AI, or change entertainment with AI, or education. And so learning, where is the technology actually working for them, and where do we still have places that we need to improve? Because the goal is we want to make sure that you have an AI system that is trustworthy, that's going to work, incredibly well in every single application. And so to get there, it has to be a collaboration, because they know about healthcare, I know about AI.
All right.
Hi, Doug.
Yeah.
Doug, it's Mr. Slate. Yes. How you doing?
All right.
We got a call from
Oh shit.
the veterans.
I don't know what they call it for.
Can we come in and talk to you for a minute?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anyone else in the house?
No, that's it.
No. I'm just gonna make sure nobody else is
No,
in
please,
here.
no. Hold on, I asked you no.
All right, just
I'm
relax.
not asking you to leave.
The officer, without permission, attempted to search Slade Douglas's apartment immediately upon arrival.
What
Under the
hell?
Fourth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution,
They can't do
officers
that.
must have a search warrant or permission to search private property.
They always be saying, yes,
Given
I
the
can.
nature of the incident, it's
I got a
clear that
call.
the officers did not have a warrant, putting them on the verge of violating Mr. Douglas's Fourth Amendment rights, which protect against unreasonable searches and seizures. A similar case occurred in Georgia v. Randolph, 2006, where the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that police cannot conduct a warrantless search if one occupant consents and another physically present occupant objects. Fortunately, in Mr. Douglas's situation, the officer complied with his request and ceased the search.
Because this is my house.
Okay.
Number one, you just can't walk around.
Let me ask you just a couple questions. Okay. The veterans people, they were concerned, okay, regarding a couple things. One was which that you were threatening to commit suicide.
That's it.
Okay, so what I'm here for is just to make sure you're not going to do something like that. You understand?
That's crazy.
So if you need our help, that's what I'm here for.
I'm okay.
So we're not here to mess with you, bother you, or anything.
Well, you do understand if you just walk in my place and you just automatically start walking around, and I know y'all wear body cams as well. I'm ex-law enforcement too. If you just come in my place like that and you just start walking around, you have to have my permission to do that. So I don't appreciate that. You can't violate my rights because you got to call it.
Okay.
So you're not helping me if you just come in and you automatically start violating.
Well, sir, it was more for like officer safety.
No, it's not officer safety because I didn't even have to let you in.
Right.
So, don't say right, because it's about my safety because you're in my domain. And if you're here to help me, you can't say, well, my safety is, because I have no weapons. Obviously,
We don't know that.
You do know that because I'm asking you to leave. Please leave.
Mr. Douglas asked the officers to leave after inviting them into his
Oh, they
apartment,
gonna get
a
mad.
request they were legally obligated to follow.
They finna get
If
mad.
the police do not have a search warrant, an individual has the right to withdraw consent and ask them to leave at any time. Under the police misconduct provision law, it is unlawful for law enforcement officers to engage in a pattern of conduct that deprives people of their constitutional rights. However, instead of respecting Mr. Douglas's legal right to revoke consent, the officers escalated the situation,
Oh,
violating
hell
both
no.
legal and ethical standards. In Florida v. Jardines, 2013, the Supreme Court reaffirmed that a homeowner has the right to refuse entry or withdraw consent from law enforcement. Retaliation
Why they always
by
be
the
doing
police,
this?
which can include intimidation, harassment, or physical force, is prohibited under federal law.
I'm asking you to leave.
You don't feel like
No, I'm asking you to leave.
You don't feel like
Please
taking this
leave.
out?
I'm asking you to leave my residence.
Well, if you answer this question, then
I'm asking you to leave my residence.
I'm about to put you in
Ask them
handcuffs,
to
sir.
leave.
If you do that, that's your choice.
Okay, turn around. Put your hands right
How would you put me in handcuffs?
How you gonna lock
Put your
him
hands behind
up?
your back.
What have I done?
You're going to listen to what I said. You're going to put down the phone. You're calling 911, and I'm standing right here.
But what have I done?
Put down the damn phone.
Why are you
Turn
cursing
around and
at
put
me?
your hands
Why
behind
are
your
you
back.
using profanity
Put your
at
hands
me?
behind your back.
Why are you using...
Because you know what? You're calling 911, and we're standing right in front of
Well,
you.
I'm asking you to leave my residence.
I'm not leaving your place now. Turn around, put
You
your hands
said
behind
you
your
came here to
back.
help
I'm not doing that now. Put your hands behind your back. You're calling 911 right in front of us.
Because I asked you to leave my residence.
We can't leave. You know this. Determined. You know this.
The officers detained Mr. Douglas for trying to call other law enforcement, and one officer took his phone without consent. Police can ask for a phone, but individuals can decline without a warrant. Seizing the phone during a false arrest violated Mr. Douglas's First Amendment rights, including his freedom of speech. In Riley v. California, 2014, the Supreme Court ruled that police must have a warrant to search a phone, further confirming this violation. The officer's actions suppressed his right to seek assistance and compounded the abuse of power.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
No,
If you were law enforcement, then you would understand.
Okay. And this is why African Americans have issues with law
Don't
enforcement.
start that.
That's crazy.
Don't start that. That's a bunch of
I asked
nonsense.
you to leave, and you use profanity at someone?
That's okay. I could use that.
Oh, really?
if I
For
want,
someone
yes.
who you concerned about
Yes.
doing something to themselves?
Hey, you know what? When you're not
That's
listening to
crazy,
commands, what did you do?
That wasn't a command.
All right.
A command for me to ask you to leave my residency?
You got
command us to do. I can ask you to leave if you're not supposed.
They
Why
be
are
having
you here?
ego
You were here to
trips.
help me, and
We are here because somebody wanted us to shut you.
and I told you I was fine. And then you started
He told y'all
exacerbating
that
my
already.
condition. Why you put your hand up like for me not to speak? You can't help a person if you don't want to listen to what they're saying. If I ask you to leave because you're exacerbating my disability, which clearly you're aware I'm a person with a disability because you already observed, number one, you see a sign right here. Just saying that. Number two,
How do I know what that is?
Yeah. What is that?
oh, well, how do you
How do you know I don't have one?
You could, but guess what? If you had one and you came in my residency, and I
So
came,
you're
hold on
the
a second.
victim here, right? You're the victim here, right?
Well, you guys are victimizing me, and now I'm in cuffs.
Well, you're in cuffs now because of the way you're acting.
Why? I asked
Who
you
else
not
is
to
here?
touch my plate.
Don't-
Why are you grabbing me? I'm not doing it.
Relax.
Oh, hell no.
Relax.
But I asked you not to look
Relax.
at my plate. Okay, that's the violation.
You,
Step right there.
No, you cannot.
Why not?
Because you're in our custody right now. You are not consent.
Okay, I'm good.
wait, you know what? You can call up whoever you talk to and tell them, explain to them
Sir, would you please
why
not
we're
step
here.
on my rug, please? That's a very expensive rug.
The officers arrested Mr. Douglas without
How the
explanation,
hell?
searched his apartment without consent,
What?
violating his Fourth Amendment rights,
the hell they
and
do
mocked
that?
his disability, ignoring the protections of the Americans with Disabilities Act. Despite the ADA prohibiting discrimination in law enforcement activities, the officers continued their misconduct and mistreatment.
That's
Who says I want to
crazy.
step on your rug?
Why are you acting like
These your shoes?
Yes, they are.
Okay, good. You can put them on. You have ID with you?
I do, but I need to get it. I can't get it.
Where's your ID?
Would you please remove your hands off of me?
No, I will not.
I'm not resisting.
No, I will not.
Well,
I
they
will
gonna
not.
act crazy if
recommend
you
you don't
close that
resist, so put
door.
your shoes on.
Why would I
Nobody
resist
in
so
there.
Y'all can
Good,
put my
put your
hands.
shoes on.
That's what y'all want to do anyhow.
What's your
Well,
problem?
they gonna do anything to
You know
you.
what? We came here because you called for help.
I didn't call you. I didn't call you.
Who'd you call?
I did not call
Who
you.
did you call?
I didn't call
Who
you.
do you think they're gonna call?
I don't know. Obviously, I wouldn't want them to call you all.
Well, they did.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
And now you're in our custody because you're under a mental evaluation.
That's fine. Okay.
Police can only detain someone if they reasonably believe the person is mentally ill and at risk of suicide or harm. In Mr. Douglas's case, the officers had no valid reason to suspect this, as the Veterans Affairs call lacked credibility.
Wow.
Instead of properly assessing him, they detained him out of pride after he tried to call for help, violating his rights further.
And the body cams are working too.
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
Absolutely.
Where's your ID?
Do you want your ID?
I can't get it because I'm not going to allow you to go through my things here either.
Okay. So you don't own any weapons?
I already showed you that I had no weapon.
I don't know
told you
that. I don't know that.
Okay, you don't know anything.
Because I could go looking for anywhere that you might have a weapon if you're going on a 5150 hold.
I shouldn't be on a 5150 hold.
Why don't you?
That's an abuse of authority to put someone on a 5150 hold who has shown no
Are
signs
these
of
your
harming
keys?
themselves.
Are these your keys to your apartment, sir?
They are.
Okay. And I don't believe you're law enforcement the way you're acting.
I can't believe you're a law enforcement either. But you are.
Yeah.
Which you see it all too often in terms of how law enforcement act.
Act towards who?
Hey, could you let Aaron know that I'm being unlawfully detained?
Don't worry about
Could you do that for me? Aaron, the manager here. Could you let him know? Could you let him know? Aaron,
Yeah, you can be.
go tell Donna for me. Will you go tell Donna for me?
That right here, Donna.
John, go tell Aaron that I'm being unlawfully detained. Aaron,
Ain't nobody listening to
For no
him.
reason. For no
They
reason
like,
whatsoever.
everybody probably think he killed
Oh, I
somebody.
called you so you can get. Why are you using the arm bar on me? I'm turning around. What are you? Oh, I gotta face this way now? Why is that? Before you're acting. What you mean, how am I acting? I hope this is gonna be worth it to you. I hope it's gonna be worth it.
That's wild, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, I know where that apartment building at.
You all never did.
I don't disagree with that. Don't pull me.
Yeah, that's Hollywood. I knew that's where that was. That's right over there by
Not when I'm there, sir.
Yeah, what you mean not when you're there?
It's
that burger
well,
place.
you're not gonna let me answer? Then I'm not gonna answer.
Okay, but you have a lot of damage.
Actually, what you did
I
was
said
against the
Hollywood, I
law.
meant to say downtown LA.
What you did was against my rights. So it was against the law as well. Your badge does not allow you to deny a person their constitutional right. When I asked you to leave, you asked me, I told you that I would.
I'll be so mad right now.
You did not. And you know that based upon your observation. So when I asked you this time,
I'll be heated. Like, bro, you come do a wellness check and take me to jail. Cause I told you you could leave. For you trying to do illegal stuff and search my house without me telling you can. Who told you could do
After
that?
his arrest, Mr. Douglas was placed in a police vehicle and handcuffed for nearly an hour, despite repeatedly requesting reasonable accommodations for his disability. The officers continuously ignored these requests.
Damn, they
Eventually,
cold.
after Mr. Douglas had to raise his voice, the officers finally acknowledged his request.
They just sat him outside. It's crazy.
I will not put him.
They was trying to come up with a story.
I will fix them though. I will fix them. Yes.
Yeah, they had to get their story straight.
I told you guys that's what I'm gonna do, so be quiet.
Two corrupt cops. That's all that is.
Get up. Get out.
You can speak to me at a different tone, sir. You don't need to scream. And don't say that I am, because you claim you're supposed to be helping. It's a right.
Cops are
It's a right. And it's not that it's loose, it's a positioning on my arm.
What are you talking about?
How about you? Okay, you're aware that I'm a disabled veteran.
Are you sure? Yeah, well,
Okay,
that's
I have
just saying.
cerebral radiculopathy.
You see, there's plenty of room there.
No, it's not about the room, it's a positioning of my arms.
Well, how do you want your arms?
I need this cuff to be removed so from the front.
You know what? The cuffs wouldn't be on you if you weren't acting the way you are.
They just tell you can't act a certain way. Them boys be having an ego trip.
Okay, it's not the cuffs, it's the positioning of
They
my
be
arms.
that hurt that you go off on them.
So that's the purpose of asking for a reasonable
They
accommodation.
can't be just hiring anybody to be a cop, man.
Accommodation is to reposition my arm because
Some of them good.
Reposition it.
I done had some great encounters.
Because it's
That's
exacerbated.
not how we do. That's not how we do
These
it.
niggas right here, I done ran into these niggas before in LA.
No, we don't have a policy exception
Yes,
for
you
that.
do. Everyone
No.
complies by
You can
ADA.
have a separate. No,
These
police
niggas
do
is
not.
awful.
The officers delayed calling EMTs for 30 minutes while arguing with Mr. Douglas, showing poor judgment and a lack of urgency. Their failure to prioritize his well-being raises concerns about their training in handling medical emergencies.
Yep.
Police are obligated to protect the public, but their actions here demonstrate a troubling disregard for that duty.
Yep. They ain't getting no fuck.
20.
I have 34. So as far as things gonna be, put him on a gurney, handcuffed to the rails, take him to the hospital, tell the doctor he's complaining that he's got his back injuries, and he fell in comfort position, he realizes we need to get him cleared. That way it takes all the liability off you guys, takes off
Wow.
the city. I think it'll be the best thing to do.
Sounds good to me.
Okay,
We got.
so we're on the same
What
page.
information does he have?
After arriving at the hospital, Mr. Douglas claims that officers pressured a nurse, Ricky, to find substances in his system to justify his arrest. Without his consent, Douglas was forcibly injected multiple times while restrained, subjected to invasive procedures, and threatened with further injections to extract information.
Wow.
This alleged abuse, lasting over 8 hours, involved sexual battery, false imprisonment, and violations of federal laws against conspiracies and abuses of power.
Wow, they had...
Mr. Douglas is represented by legal team.
They said sexual.
No further updates have been made. On September 9th,
Them niggas in
2022,
the gang in LA.
First Amendment Auditor Joshua Roberts, owner of the Pepperoni Audit's YouTube channel, was filming outside Dove Technologies in Florence, South Carolina. While recording, 2 workers exited the building and approached him.
You don't have my permission, you can turn that off right now. Have my face in there.
What was that? I can't hear you.
Can't hear you, penguin body.
Have my signed authorization to have my face in that camera turned off.
Can I have your signed authorization? This guy's coming up aggressive, everyone.
Yeah, he already
help
on
you?
asshole
No,
mode.
can you help us?
Yo, get away from me, buddy.
No, dude. Who are you?
Get away from me, dude.
Why are you here?
Back the...
Why are you here?
I suggest you leave me alone.
You're on private property.
I suggest you do something about that then and get back inside.
Really?
Yeah, really. You like going around people like this?
You know
think
what?
that's fun? Don't touch my buddy.
Don't touch my camera, buddy.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, so
Do it.
Don't do it. Yeah, assault me.
Touch it. That's on camera.
He gonna
Back
still
the-
lie and say you hit him.
what are we doing here?
Back the off, buddy. You touch. You get tased. Get the back inside.
What's going on here?
Get the back inside. Do not touch me.
I didn't touch you. I didn't touch you.
Don't.
I didn't touch you.
Don't. Why did you come up and grab me?
I didn't grab you.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did, buddy.
Get that thing out of my face.
No, you can come up to me, get in my face. I'll do something, buddy. Get
Call
inside,
911.
Get
Yep,
inside.
I knew it.
pussy.
I knew it. He turned into a whole
Whoa,
fruitcake.
dude, you just come up and grab people? The f is wrong with you?
He said, I'm
Your
calling
homie
police.
No, he don't hold me.
The tough act didn't fucking work. Damn
did.
it.
This is an easement. I'm not on your property. You see that? That belongs to the city.
And why are you here?
So let me ask you a question. Does that give you the right to come up and grab my camera and almost break it?
Hell no, buddy.
You assaulted me,
He
buddy.
sure fucking doesn't, buddy. Get him, Josh.
Mr. Roberts informs
You
the
fucking
workers
let
that
him
he's
know,
on
Josh.
an easement, not private property, because the utility poles belong to the city. While
Damn.
Florence County's GIS data suggests he may be on public property, it's crucial to note that utility poles on a property don't automatically make it public. The government may acquire a utility easement, allowing poles on private land without changing its private nature. Thus,
I know
relying
that.
solely on the presence of utility poles as a sign of public property is a common misconception in the auditor community.
Call your husband, fat boy.
Oh man, wow, this guy's great.
Get in, Tubby.
Yeah, he's freaking hopped off the freaking meth. Look at his teeth.
Yeah, look at
Hot
you,
dogs
buddy.
and meth
You come
is
up and
crazy.
grab me for fucking reason. What's your problem? What did
Hell
I
no.
do to you? What did I do to you? I'm out in public
let nigga
recording,
eat-
and you
eating
come up
hot
and grab
dogs and
somebody,
meth.
dude. I'm with myself. And you're about to owe me a new camera lens.
Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Oh, fuck, Josh. We're fucked. What do we do? Josh says nothing. Still standing with his camera tough.
What's going on, bud?
Josh is ready.
Come on, man.
He got a fully loaded
No,
clip.
nothing. Just gonna assault it out here. That's about it.
Get assaulted.
Yeah, by one of their workers.
What happened?
They ain't on
I
your
was just out here
side.
taking some pictures, and one of the guys came out here saying he didn't want to be filmed, and he ran up to me, started circling me, grabbed my camera, started pushing up on me. So that sounds like an assault to me. And it's all videotaped.
You have it on video?
Oh, it's all recorded. Luckily, he didn't break my camera. Otherwise, I probably couldn't show you guys if you want to see it. Because I do want to press charges on him.
Was there something involved in the taser?
Oh, I pulled it out in self-defense.
Okay.
When you come out at me like that and you're about to destroy my stuff and do bodily harm to me,
Look at that cop on the
damn
left.
right I'm going to pull a taser on someone.
He ain't
Mr.
fucking
Roberts
with it.
claims a worker assaulted him by grabbing his camera and pushing him, leading him
he
to
look
pull
at
out
his
his
face.
taser in self-defense.
He don't like him. He looking
Under
at him
South
like I
Carolina
can't stand
law,
these
assault and
motherfuckers.
battery in the third degree occurs if someone unlawfully injures or attempts to injure another.
It's my time to fucking
Physical
shine
harm
and
isn't
get this
required.
motherfucker.
Any rude or offensive touching,
Yeah,
like the
buddy.
worker's actions, could be enough for a conviction.
Yeah, you're
Additionally, the
fucked up
South
today,
Carolina Code
buddy.
prohibits willful and malicious injury
Right now,
to
he got the
personal
shark
property.
music playing in his head.
If the worker
Dun,
grabbed
dun,
the camera with malicious
dun.
intent, it could lead to a conviction, though the camera was not destroyed.
Yeah, I'm about to
since
show
Mr.
him
Roberts
who the
continued
fucking
filming.
sheriff is today.
The
The fucking
Leopolds
auditors
donate this
keep
entire
fucking
nature
coming
reserve.
around here, recording all of my buddies.
It's a unicorn.
Mad cow, what's
I should
happening?
be in swim shorts for this moment.
Damn, man,
Amazon
they always
Shipping
trying
has
to
the
play me all
technology
these
and
damn
transportation
commercials.
network to move your business
They just
forward.
gonna go ahead. Yeah, that cop about to get on him. You can see it in his face. Look, he is not finna be
You
on
need
his
to tell that
side.
guy he needs to not put hands on people. It's a short little
He
fat
finna-
guy.
I'm gonna address it.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do a report on him too.
That's fine. We can
Yep.
do that.
Oh yeah, they're gonna have to learn.
I just need to give this deputy your information for me, all right?
Look, he about to
Yeah,
be
I
like, why
I
you
don't
got
have
that
an ID.
camera? He about to get mad. Like, dude, why you keep holding that camera in my motherfucking
Yeah,
face,
buddy, you're
B?
gonna learn you can't come outside and grab people, man. That ain't right.
The cop's gonna turn on his ass. Why?
Okay, we'll do it. You did it. Okay, we'll do it. You're just
All right.
calls him to get
Is it free speech? Am I allowed to say stuff?
Well, you have the freedom of speech, but there's also something called breach of peace.
Okay, I'd like to see you try that, buddy. Those
He
people
said
put
what?
hands on me. I'm the victim. So you want to turn it around on me?
I'm not turning it around.
Please do so.
What I'm telling you is,
You guys are
Told
known to be the biggest pieces of shit
Okay.
in South Carolina.
Uh-oh. Oh, he fucked up.
Yeah, sure. Explain to
fucked
me
up.
public photography and people coming up and touching me.
Oh,
What
shit,
did
he
I do
getting
wrong?
cocky. Don't let the views go to your
Go on
head, bro.
ahead.
what I was saying is, I don't need you yelling while I'm trying to talk. This man, that's
shit.
gonna cause him to yell, cause a scene. You get mad, he's gonna get mad, and then it escalates.
Okay,
Just talking to this deputy.
let me tell you something. I'm allowed to say whatever the hell I want.
You won't.
If I want to say shit to him because he came up and grabbed me, and I want to call him a dummy for doing that, I have every right to.
If you yell across this parking lot, while you have all these people standing around, that's called breach of peace.
You want to try that,
I
buddy?
will lock you up. For
You
that.
want to try
Breach
that?
of
You want to
peace.
try that?
All right.
He
Try
been
it.
practicing
Go on,
that
try
one.
it.
Two deputies
That's breach
from
of
the
peace.
Florence County Sheriff's
I'ma get it
Office
for breach of
responded to
peace.
the workers' call, and one threatened to arrest Mr. Roberts for breach of the peace if he yelled across
Yeah, 30
the parking
seconds
lot.
was wild, bro.
In South Carolina, breach of the peace refers to conduct that disturbs public order or
They ready to get on
tranquility,
his
but
ass,
actual
bro. I
violence
see
is
it in
not
their face,
required.
bro.
Similarly, disorderly conduct involves boisterous or profane behavior in public. Although
Yep.
Mr. Roberts yelled at the workers, his speech did not contain fighting words that could incite violence, and it was likely protected under the First Amendment.
Try it. Name and badge
Oh,
number.
shit.
4 triggers, 1 at 8.
Name and badge number.
Triggers, 233.
All right, go do my assault charge.
I need you to give him your
You need to go
Bro,
talk to
they
them.
not fucking
I'm
with
gonna
you,
do my
bro.
job, all right? I'm one supervisor.
Go do your job.
Josh, stick for
Get
fuck,
this
buddy.
deputy
Go do your job. I
Everything
already
that
told him I
happened.
would.
All
Go
right?
do your job. Go talk to them.
Josh,
I'm
this
done
guy
with you.
keeps mad balling you.
Yeah. Remember, I want the charges filed.
Oh, shit, Josh.
What's your first name?
Joshua.
Ah, how did I know his name was Josh? That's weird. I just was saying that. This nigga name really is
And you better file
Joshua.
charges if I'm giving you my information.
What's your name, bro?
If you
That's
don't,
crazy.
believe me, you guys will get complaints.
You just sound
and
like
this
a
will be
Josh.
all over you.
Whatever you need to do, man.
Ja-
6.5 hours later.
6.5 hours.
He needs to be talking to that little short fat guy too. He's the one who put hands on me.
Oh, he not liking this nigga.
You guys are gonna have to learn something about free speech, Florence. Yes, who was it? Not Tony Chavis.
Oh, he talking shit. Bro, letting the views go to
But
his
they
head. He
have to
getting
run
cocky
me
out
first,
there.
everyone. They can't run the actual criminal. They have to run me first.
You got a good phone number?
No, I don't.
You don't have a phone number.
I don't have a phone
So you understand, if you do want to file a report, they're not going to be able to contact you.
Oh, so I can't file a report then because I don't have a phone?
Did I say that? I said
Oh,
they're going
no.
to have to issue
No,
contact.
I have an email address. Can I give you my email address? Pepperoniaudits@usa.com.
Oh, shit. It's finna go bad. It's finna go bad for him and
Said at
Josh.
USA.com?
USA.com. together.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I said,
they
you should
about
be
the power
questioning the
trip for
guy,
sure.
the short fat guy who grabbed me. I don't know why he's hiding inside. I just gave you my information. Now, let's do this report.
He is not fucking with you, bro.
Can you go tell him, go question the guy who assaulted me?
Don't tell me what to do.
He's gonna conduct his investigation. It's not my job to supervise.
So you can't tell him the information I just gave you? The description of the individual?
Do you see him up there?
No, he's not. He's inside hiding. He hasn't left either. I've gotten every license plate, every car that's come in and out of here. I made sure of that.
What was he wearing?
Yeah, the blue shirt. Short, dark hair, fat. Probably the only short, fat one in there. Kenny Boone, that's who it was. That was your sheriff. Did you work there this time? Oh. Well, that's too bad. You probably would have made a lot more money if you did.
Damn, he talking shit.
So what was the call about?
Somebody coming up here harassing employees and pulling a taser on them.
Oh, cool. Did they mention that they came out when I was just taking pictures of their property and they came up and grabbed me? Did they tell you that? Did they tell you they circled me and surrounded me?
Josh,
They
they ain't
mentioned
going.
that in the 911 call? Oh, they didn't mention the part before though, right?
They not
The
going,
part where they
Josh.
assaulted me, they forgot, they left that out.
Got a call about a suspicious person being on the property.
Oh, am I on the property?
Assuming you were, if you were over there.
Oh, you're assuming I was.
Were you over there? You said you were filming that car.
You know what? I'm not going to answer any more questions.
Walk around the vehicles, filming the
Oh,
cars,
shit,
so that means
Josh.
you was on the property.
I'm not going to answer any more questions. That's how
Oh,
stupid
shit.
you are. That's how
Josh,
stupid you
chill
are.
out, man.
Yeah, fucking moron.
Oh, shit, Josh.
This is called a career killer right here, this camera. Yeah.
That's all you got to do.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, he talking big
And
shit,
you got to
too.
violate rights and not uphold
You're
your...
right. You can film all day.
Well, you just said I was on their property.
You said you was on the property.
I never did
Niggas
once.
gotta start
You said you was
understanding,
walking around the
niggas.
car.
You crash out. It's some
I said I was
cops out
filming
there that
every
crash
license
out.
plate
You
and
gotta
every car going
understand.
in and out.
Alright.
Did I say I was inside their
If you're gonna do
property?
this report, you need to explain to me in detail how it got to the point.
Do you see where I'm
Yeah,
standing?
cops will crash out, bro.
Do you see where I'm standing right now?
They
Hey, I'm
human
over
like
here.
everybody
about a mailbox?
I'm right-
Technically, this is still their property.
You're so
So
dumb.
you in the road?
I dare you, man. I dare you.
Dare me to what?
Trespass me. If you think this is their property, trespass me.
You need to explain to me what happened to the point where you say you got assaulted.
How about I talk to this guy? Is this your supervisor? You're not doing
I
shit,
ain't gonna
man.
lie,
You're
that
just an
white dude
idiot.
sound black. If I heard him on the phone, I'd think he was black.
Hey, are you a supervisor?
Call him the
Can I get
store,
your
he
name and
answer the
badge
phone.
number?
I'm thinking it's a black dude. Pull
Yeah.
up, it's a whole white dude looking
Man, I
straight
just
like a
got
white
assaulted,
dude, but
and
he
this guy
sound
really
black.
doesn't
That's
care.
crazy.
He's not really.
He's
He
just talking
probably
shit,
cool. He
running
probably
his
cool
mouth
cop
about
for
it.
I'm
real.
just talking shit. You
Trying
hear
to
this,
ask
guys?
him. He said he got assaulted, but he is yet to tell me how.
I was just out here taking some pictures, and one of the guys came out here saying he didn't want to be filmed, and he ran up to me, started circling me, grabbed my camera, started pushing up on me.
He said he got assaulted, but he is yet to tell me how.
I
He
told
got
you,
circled by this guy.
I've told him multiple times, this guy is terrible. If you're a supervisor, reprimand him. He'll, all right, can you help me and do your job? And
You done cussed him out.
yeah.
They like, fuck you, bro.
Oh, why did I cuss him out? Because he said he was going to arrest me after I got
He said he was
assaulted.
going to arrest you for breach of peace if you didn't shut your mouth.
Exactly. How about you shut your mouth? How about you do that, buddy?
Oh.
Just shut your mouth.
You
Is
don't
you're
have to do
useless.
anything you say.
You're useless, bro.
Okay.
You're a useless public servant.
See, he
That's
looked like
all
he
you
ready
are.
to crash out. You better leave him alone.
I didn't hear him at first. He started screaming, and I said, "What'd you say?" He said, "You don't
He
have
for sure
permission to
crashed out.
film me." And then he just started
He got the
circling me,
glasses
surrounding
on.
me, and then he went boom, grabbed my camera and
Them white
twisted
boy
as hard
crash
as he
out
could.
glasses.
He almost broke the lens off. So I'm just curious
I know
if
them
he's
when I
allowed to
see
do
those.
that. Can I do that to
get
anyone?
drunk
Like if
and
I see a
crash out with
girl in
those
public
glasses
and
on.
she has a purse on, and I'm like, "Give me that purse. Let me see it for a second." I just grab it. Okay. So that's illegal.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just making sure.
Do you film for yourself or who do you film for?
No, I just film anything I see in public, man.
You originally from Florence or?
I'm around. I've been all around.
Okay.
Oh shit. Can't see the chat. Get on the charger on the other phone. See this charger. Stupid.
Oh, Mr. Roberts. I spoke with the two gentlemen that came out and dealt with me. All right. All their information is going to be entered into the report as well as your statement you gave this deputy. All right. All right. I've made them aware that yes, you can view video from a public area, which the roadway is public. But if you cross over into I've checked the property lines. I don't need to write this. Okay. Well, I still got to tell you, okay? You don't have to tell
cocky
me.
with
Well, I'm
it.
going. Well, not too good.
Well, what's going on today, buddy?
I had some dude inside. Oh, you're getting really close, man.
Oh, yeah, I like to get
That
close.
boy
I like
about
to talk
fly
to
out
people.
of
Can you
town.
stop?
Have a
No,
safe
sir.
flight, my
I
boy.
want to talk to you. What's going on, my friend?
Stop fucking getting so
Sending
close
them
to me.
angels
What's
to
going on, man?
protect
Dude,
you
stop
now,
approaching me.
Sir, I'm allowed
Back
to
the
approach
fuck
you.
off, dude.
Okay.
Give me some space, dude.
Go ahead, sir.
Give me some space,
Put your hands
dude.
behind your back.
No, give me some. Ow! Oh my! What the fuck?
Oh,
Behind your
shit.
back. What? For what?
Sergeant Paul Morrison responded to the scene and approached Mr. Roberts, who repeatedly asked him to maintain distance. After Mr. Roberts directed a profanity at him, Sergeant Morrison tackled him and claimed he was arresting Roberts for resisting arrest. However, Mr. Roberts argued that he only stepped away because he had no indication he was being arrested. Under South Carolina law, a person can be convicted of resisting arrest, but only if they knowingly resist a lawful arrest.
Shit, he crashed out
Since
on
Sergeant
me.
Morrison never informed Mr. Roberts of an arrest and had no lawful basis for one, a court would likely conclude that Mr. Roberts could not be convicted of resisting arrest.
Y'all just was shut up.
Additionally,
though, for
South
real.
Carolina law permits
Talking
individuals
too
to
damn
resist an unlawful arrest with proportional force. Given that Roberts used no force at all,
That's what I'm
his
saying,
actions
man.
would
You'll
likely
never
be
know. A
seen as
cop will crash
justified.
out too, man. He a
It should
human.
also be noted that the phrase,
Imagine
call your
you ready to
husband at the
crash out,
beginning
but
of
you
the
got
video
that
is
type of
addressed to a
power.
woman working in the business, and Sergeant Paul Morrison is her
Fuck
husband.
up a lot of people's lives.
You?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Very nice, dude. Very nice. Enjoy the lawsuit. Enjoy paying for my camera too.
Absolutely.
Enjoy paying for my camera.
Now, you getting resisting arrest?
Resisting. I'm not moving.
When I went to put my hands on you, you pulled away from me.
Yeah, because you have no right
hell
to
no.
arrest me. I
Sir,
did
you're under
nothing.
arrest. You have the right, the attorney
You
have
kept
him or present.
approaching me.
Sir, you have the right, the attorney have him or present before he questions ask you, deciding it's time to exercise his rights and not make any more statements. You understand these rights?
I don't answer any more questions without a lawyer present.
Absolutely. All right, go and stand them up.
Enjoy getting sued, guys.
All right, we got the taser, so what?
Oh yeah, I've already told him. I got a assault, dumbass.
So here's the thing, you pulled it out and you was starting up.
He attacked me. It's on camera.
All right. Well,
You
we're gonna
tackled
log
your
on
ass.
to
Good, do it. Thanks for breaking my camera. Appreciate it, man.
Cool.
Make sure you get my battery too.
After Sergeant Morrison arrested Mr. Roberts, no criminal charges were filed, and Roberts was released. He filed a formal complaint, leading to an internal investigation that resulted in Morrison's resignation on September 15, 2022. Sheriff T.J. Joy confirmed multiple policy violations and referred the case to the 12th Circuit Solicitor's Office, though no charges were filed. Mr. Roberts also alleged that Morrison deleted video footage of the incident, but Roberts recovered and shared it online. The sheriff's office has not addressed the deleted footage publicly. On March 22nd,
Damn.
2024, independent journalist Justin McHenry visited the Clinton Police Department in Arkansas and began filming in the parking lot. He was soon confronted by Lieutenant Scott Solomon of the Clinton
He
PD,
looked like he an asshole.
later joined by
looked
Van
cool,
Buren
but
County
an
Sheriff
asshole.
Eric Coons.
If you don't
McHenry
listen to
recorded
him.
the interaction and later shared the video on his YouTube channel.
See,
This helps me pay for my bills. Sign up directly on the app. Choose your own hours. Get paid to deliver on your time.
Oh,
There are
hell no.
opportunities in over 7,000 cities. Keep 100% of your tips. Download.
You know, why is this motherfucker so long? Yeah, man, you never know, man. A cop could be a crash out too, man.
what
Don't
we
play
got
around.
here.
at this. This small town of Clinton, what do they got, like 2,500 people? They have...
Don't fuck around and find out. Trying to find out which police officer is to crash out. And I don't think he'll crash out. You better be thinking everybody will crash out. Especially somebody that got more, that feel like they got more power than you.
Yeah, brother. Public property. Public property.
Look at this nigga.
Neither is this, but dude's parking right up under no personal property tag, but they're parked right up under here. I wonder what's that about. Is this your personal vehicle? How come you're parked up under here?
Because I rent that space and have a salon here. Why are you videoing cars out here?
Is this the police station?
Yes.
So you have a salon on the same building as the police station?
Who are you?
Is that what's happening?
They got a salon on the police station?
Who are you, lady?
What type of shit is that? I've never heard of that.
Talk to the owner of the building.
Oh, okay, I'll talk to whoever. So this is half police station, half beauty salon?
There's multiple renters inside here.
Oh, is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So what are we doing?
Cool, man. I'm working on a story.
For
Who are you?
I'm the owner.
You're the owner of the building?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Like, so you don't work for the police station, you just own the building and the police station is renting a spot out from you?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, if the police station is renting a spot out from you, then that makes this public property. So I'm just working on a story in public property is what I'm doing.
For what though?
Working on a story. Like, what does anyone work on stories for?
But what's the story for?
Well, I can't tell you that. You'll just have to wait till it's published. You know what I mean? Yeah.
No, he about to be scared.
Go ahead, I guess.
Yep. Thanks, man.
He probably called the police immediately. There's a dude outside, man. Fucking camera saying he's doing a fucking
Hold on,
story.
bro. Let his computer on. His dash is still saying like it's on right now.
Yeah, fucking.
It's interesting.
Fucking weird dude, man. I'm telling you,
What's
man.
up, dude?
You need to get the fuck out there and
Is this,
see what
I
he's
think this
doing.
car's left on.
Here they come.
Lieutenant Scott, Sullivan's still on.
Oh, cool. I think you left your car on, brother.
No, my car's off.
Oh, the dash is blinking stuff. Does it just do that all day?
It does.
Oh, I didn't know
You
that.
said it's Sullivan Police Department. What's your name?
Cool. I'm Justin. Nice to meet you, man.
Do you have some idea I can say?
No, sir. I don't.
No idea.
No.
Arkansas is one of the 15 ID states of all nine.
There is no way you believe that. All right. Since you're starting off this way, do you have somewhere higher than you? Because I promise you that's not correct, and you're going to get your whole town into a lawsuit. And I don't want to go that way. I've been having a great
That's
day.
all they come
You don't
to
want to
do
go
is
that
get
way
that
either.
lawsuit.
If you just tell me
That's
your
where these
name.
I'm
niggas
not
get
telling you
their
my name.
bags from.
I'll tell you my first name, and we're stopping there, and I'm not answering any more questions. And if you want to ID me unlawfully, you're going to lose your job and your qualified immunity. I'm working on a story.
For who are you with?
I'm an independent journalist. What's your name?
Solomon. Lieutenant Solomon.
Solomon.
Yes, sir.
You talking shit.
Do not think. There is no such thing as a stop and ID state. There's no such thing. That is a term.
Okay.
That is a...
Okay, let me explain something to you. Can I explain something?
I'll listen to you. Go ahead.
Oh, shit.
This day and time, there's all sorts of things going on.
This day and time is a terrible thing because we're in one of the most safest times to date in world history. Tell me a safer time in world history than right now. So don't say in this day and time, because cops always say that, and it's stupid.
Okay.
So you can start over, though, if you want to.
You talking
Let me just
shit.
put it like this.
Yeah.
You know, if we see somebody looking at our police cars,
Come talk to me, sure. But don't threaten to arrest me if I don't give you my ID.
I didn't threaten to
You
arrest
just did, brother.
I just said Arkansas is one of the 15 ID states.
They think
That's
you a
not
terrorist.
correct.
On demand and request.
Nope, that's not correct. Get a lawyer out here. If you think that's true, you need to look into it because you're going to get yourself in trouble. That is not true, and I'm 1,000% positive, and I can show you case law and Supreme Court rulings and everything.
More or less, we're just concerned about what you're doing.
Well, do not think
We
that
just
you can just
concerned
stop and
about
ID
what
anyone
you're
you
doing.
want. You're going to get yourself in trouble, and you're non-constitutional. You are unconstitutional.
Well, with what's going on, I mean,
You are no. If you think you can do that, you don't believe in the Fourth Amendment. If you think you can do that, no. This is important to everybody that you know the Fourth Amendment. What is
Sure,
it?
I know it.
So what is it? What is it?
The right of freedom.
No way you just said that. No, that's the First Amendment.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. The First Amendment.
No, the First.
Everybody has right
Bro,
to speech.
what's the Fourth Amendment?
All right, just
Oh my God, dude, and you're a lieutenant? Is your chief here?
You don't know the amendment.
We need someone to teach you what the Fourth Amendment is. What is it?
No, we don't.
What is the... No, okay. What's the 5 elements of the First Amendment? There's 5 elements. There's 5 elements of the First Amendment. No, I have some concerns and questions for you.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead.
What are they, sir?
He
What's
ready
the
to
Fourth
go
Amendment?
now.
You don't
He
know
like,
any of
damn,
it.
I don't know my
You need to
amendment.
go study the Constitution, and until you do, don't say a word to me, please. Go back inside, look up the Constitution, and read those rights and learn them. Memorize them, then come out. Other than that, you don't know what you're doing or what you're talking
gonna go
about.
do
You
that
don't need to
shit,
be a
too.
lieutenant. And I'm sorry I'm getting
That
mad,
shit
but that is
hurt.
ridiculous. You should
That
be
shit hurt,
ashamed of
B.
yourself for not knowing
Look,
the
that's
first
the
or the
walk of
fourth.
shame. That's
Walk
the
of shame
walk
right
of
there, and it's
shame.
deserved.
Lieutenant Solomon claimed he could demand identification because Arkansas is a stop and ID state. But Mr. McHenry argued that the Fourth Amendment prevents officers from requiring identification without reasonable suspicion of criminal activity. In Brown v.
Damn.
Texas, 1979, the Supreme Court ruled that demanding ID without reasonable suspicion violates the Fourth Amendment. While Hybel v. 6th Judicial District Court of Nevada, 2004, allows arrest for refusing ID in a stop and ID state, Arkansas has no such explicit statute. The Eighth Circuit Court ruled in Stufflebeam v. Harris, 2008, that Arkansas law does not allow arrest for refusing ID unless tied to other criminal activity or officer safety. Thus, Lieutenant Solomon could request ID, but not demand it under threat of arrest without reasonable suspicion of illegal activity.
Oh, they're locking me out?
I think that's what the problem is.
Lieutenant Solomon, you're
Officers
opening
just
your
didn't
city
pay
up for a
attention when they go
lawsuit
to
by allowing this door to
school
be
for this
locked
shit.
because of me. You're not allowed to pick and choose who comes in here. So either you lock it to everybody for the rest of the day, or you're opening yourself up for a lawsuit. And you better have a good reason for having it locked the rest of the day, not just because there's a guy with a camera. So you better open this door and let me come in,
This nigga talk
and we can
crazy.
get this over with. Why are you guys so scared of someone with a camera? What are you hiding? You should be welcoming me in here, showing me around, making yourself look good, making your town look good. Let's start over. Let's start over. You want to let me in and just show me around and have a pleasant conversation so we can change this? I'm willing to start over with y'all. All right, I gave you a chance. I'm honestly not gonna waste my time in this stupid little hallway. This lady right here. Uh-oh, they're sending the sheriff out here. The sheriff showed up.
Hello, sir. How are you?
What's up, guys?
Good.
All right, I can come in now. They weren't letting me in a minute ago. You know, that's a lawsuit if I wanted to. I don't want to. I'm literally just trying to have a pleasant time here in Clinton. That's it. But here we have... what's your name, sir?
I'm Sheriff Eric.
Oh, you're the sheriff. Awesome. Nice to meet you, sir. I'm Justin.
Good to meet you, Justin.
So why'd they send the sheriff down here for a guy with a camera?
Nobody sent the sheriff.
They-
We all monitor the radio traffic.
Hey, dude. Hey,
If we
hold
get a
on. Before you lie on camera.
If we get a call,
Oh, shit.
over the radio.
No, I
Might
heard
have made
them
his
call
match
the
right
sheriff
now.
down here. I heard them on. I have them on video calling the sheriff down here.
Anyway, yeah, you're in here causing a problem.
No, I'm exercising my rights.
Yeah, but if it becomes disorderly.
I told you my name's Justin like 6 times, dude.
Okay.
You can ask, and I don't have to tell you.
Okay.
You have to have reasonable, or you have to have.
That's why.
No, you're not. You have to have reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime.
You're on private property.
Again, if you
Once you
call
become a
this is
cop, you
public-
just ain't listening to nobody giving you no
This is
order.
public
can be
property.
charged with
That shit tripped the
Were you
cops
parking your
off.
cop cars back there?
As long as
Then
you're
it's public.
civil, as
It's
long as you're
public.
civil, there's not a problem.
I'm civil, brother.
That's what I'm saying, but if it did become disorderly, then you could be charged with disorderly
Yeah.
conduct. But until then,
Don't-
as long as you're
You would also
civil,
look at private
everything's
things back
good.
there too, because we.
I can look at anything I can see from public. You can't trespass my eyes.
It's private property back there.
That's public. If you park your cars back there, that's public.
The other cars are not
And
public.
even if it was private, I have to be trespassed before I've committed a crime.
Mr. McHenry argued that the parking lot was public because officers parked there, and even if it were private property, he could only be trespassed after being warned. While the government's lease of private property grants usage rights, ownership remains private. However, If the property is used for public services, certain areas might be accessible to the public. Under Arkansas law, a person can only be charged with criminal trespass if they unlawfully enter or remain on private property after being told to leave.
Okay.
Since Mr. McHenry had not been asked to leave, he couldn't be suspected of trespassing.
ID, just because he wants to. That is mind-blowing that he thinks that.
Because
He doesn't know what the...
they don't know what you're doing.
I asked him what the Fourth Amendment was, and he says freedom. That's not... That's embarrassing, dude.
Searches and seizures. We know what it is.
You had to go look it up after. Well, okay, what's the 5 elements of the First Amendment?
If you state your
What's
first name,
the 5 elements? Give me 2 of them.
we have got to ask your full name.
Give me 2. You can ask
don't
all day,
know.
and I can tell you no.
Well, just like you said, he had to go look it up. You can sit down in your car and look up every
Dude,
amendment.
I know them by heart.
That doesn't matter. It's not required
No.
by law for anybody to know it.
It is required by law. Do you and you all sign?
That's where you're wrong.
No.
When you go to the academy, the only thing you're required to do is to read it, become
Did
familiar
you?
with it.
All right, I'm about to
and
own
know
you.
where you can
Get
look
ready,
up
brother.
the laws.
Get ready.
You get ready.
You swore an oath to the
They don't know
Constitution
law
when you were signed
as a
in, and
cop.
I can find that on video, I bet. So you swore an oath to the Constitution.
So you were there.
No,
Now you're lying.
but that is what
See, you
all
just
police
lied.
do.
You're telling us we're lying.
No,
Cops
You're
don't
it is
know the law.
required.
You're
If you
looking
That's
did,
all-
at
that's
to the
basically
right
what I
because
get
you
out
don't know.
these
You're
videos.
you're making
dude,
it up.
you, listen.
So you
didn't swear an oath. So you didn't swear an oath.
I can tell you you're being.
You can call me whatever you want.
See?
This sheriff, he does not believe in the Constitution, and he did not swear an oath
That's
to it.
what you believe.
You're gonna have to get out.
If you continue, and
Yes,
this
ma'am.
becomes
Yes, ma'am.
disorderly, I explained to you at that point, it would be a disorderly conduct.
Dude, chill out. You're stupid.
Okay, you call me stupid, I call you stupid.
You don't even know that you swore an oath to the Constitution.
No, I'm not answering
You
you
walk
what I'm
around
doing.
thinking that you have no
Damn, he don't know. The whole
duties
department
to the
don't know.
Constitution.
People, the residents
The
of Van Buren
Constitution.
County.
That's
Do you live
The
in Van Buren
Constitution.
County?
The
Do you live here
Constitution.
in Van Buren County?
No, I don't.
Then I don't answer to you. Have a good day, sir.
Do you get state taxes? Do you
Have a
get federal
good day,
taxes?
sir.
Do you get state and federal taxes?
Have a good day, sir.
So you don't know, brother.
Have a good day, sir.
You guys don't know anything here. You don't get. No, you can't. That's freedom of speech. That's freedom of speech. You don't know the Constitution.
You obviously
What's
don't
freedom
know
of
the
speech
statute
mean?
of disorderly
They just
conduct.
basically
If you
make
incite
the
a
law
riot,
up.
if you incite a riot,
What
which
riot am I
includes-
inciting?
Which includes any
Freedom
more-
of speech,
any
brother.
more than 2 or 3 people in
Freedom
one
of speech.
location,
They
then
didn't
are
even
You
know
guys
that.
are the making the riot, then not me. I'm by
making a
myself.
riot. You're the one
I'm by
calling people
myself.
stupid and dumb, and you're the one that's
You guys are the ones that are supposed to know the Constitution, and I know it.
Lieutenant Solomon claimed that Mr. McHenry committed disorderly conduct for using a profane word.
What?
And Sheriff Coons accused him of inciting a riot. However,
Inciting a riot.
Arkansas law prohibits abusive or obscene language likely to provoke violence, not mere profanity, which is protected by the First Amendment, as confirmed by the U.S. Supreme Court in Cohen v. California, 1971, and the Arkansas Supreme Court in Bailey v. State, 1998. Additionally, criticism of law enforcement, even with profanity, is protected speech. Contrary to Sheriff Coons' claim, Mr. McHenry's actions did not meet the legal definition of inciting a riot, as he did not urge anyone to engage in violent conduct.
Our whole job is to uphold the
The
state laws that are in
Constitution.
the statute.
No, what's more important than state laws? Federal laws.
Federal law doesn't supersede
It
state
absolutely.
law.
No way,
That's
you just
where
said
you're
that.
wrong.
No, yes it
That's where
does.
you're wrong.
Yes it does.
He's
I
stupid.
promise
You're
you.
wrong.
If the
We
Supreme
have to
Court,
enforce-
if the
Cops
Supreme
shouldn't even
Court
argue.
says Arkansas state law is wrong, then it's wrong and over with.
They get
Arkansas
so used to
doesn't get to
telling
say,
people,
well,
I'm a
we get to
cop.
do whatever we
Don't you
want.
argue with me.
Constitution.
You're embarrassing yourself on the internet.
No, I'm not.
You are.
No, I'm not. You're embarrassing
Say your name
yourself
again.
because you came
If you
here-
don't think you're embarrassing
you
yourself,
came
what's your
here-
name?
I won't say my name until you say yours. I already said it
I
once.
already said it.
No, you didn't.
He
You didn't
put
give
his
us your
whole
full
name.
name.
I don't
I
have
told
to.
you my full name and who I work
Yeah,
with.
because it's your job to. It's not mine. I'm a private citizen. You are not.
Show me the law right now that says that I have to give you my name.
That's in your
and
policy.
who I am.
That's in your policy.
I'm asking you.
Give me 2 minutes and I could look it up.
We wrote the policy. It's our policy.
And then you should know it, dude. You're dismissed. How about that?
Thank you for dismissing.
You're welcome. I'll
He
see you
just
later.
showed him.
Maybe we will if you come see me.
God, I
come
hope
visit me.
so. Because you're content. You're nothing
You're
but
so
content.
welcome to come visit my office anytime.
I'll be up there in a little bit. How about
That
that?
is wonderful.
Before you close today, I'll see you up there.
I made the sheriff's office.
Give everybody a
open
warning.
door. Yes.
Yeah, not unlike the police station. It's not open door. They locked it on me. So you're just proving how they were wrong for locking the door.
If there's a woman here by herself,
She's not. There's like 4 cops in there, dude.
What the hell?
You're making up as you go. You're dismissed. Go back to your freaking
They
office.
get so used to
You're
lying.
officially dismissed. Well, I'm not requiring you to be here. You're free to go.
I'm free to stay too. Go back to your office.
I
You're
serve the people
dismissed.
of Ameren County.
Listen.
Look,
If you
his
don't
ego
live
is
here,
hurt.
One thing you need to go home knowing is you serve the Constitution, and the Constitution serves the people. You serve the
So
Constitution.
you come here from out of town and you go town to town and you try to do some type of a constitutional audit just to try to engage police officers. Is that what you're doing? Because you're bored.
Is that what it is?
You've got nothing better to do.
More assuming.
This is not a service.
Yes, it is.
No, it's
I
embarrassing.
get thanked every single
It makes
day, dude.
genuine people that actually believe in our Constitution. It embarrasses.
You don't even know what the Constitution is to believe in it.
You don't know.
You think
You should see when
Arkansas
he go
law
to
supersedes the
actual jail. That's
Constitution.
nice.
Get out of my face if you think that. You think
Mind
Arkansas
blowing.
law supersedes it? The Constitution is all. Constitution is all. Nothing is over the Constitution.
So you think because a federal agent comes here and says that I'm supposed to take somebody's weapons away, that I'm supposed to enforce that because that's federal?
Does that say that in the Constitution?
No, absolutely not.
I'm saying the Constitution.
Absolutely not.
The
state of Arkansas
Constitution.
says we are a right
Bro.
to open carry.
Okay,
and
if
I
it
will
ever-
stand behind that
if it ever
100%.
comes to that-
And that's Arkansas Constitution.
All right. The Constitution says that the government can never take our guns away. But I was not saying the government supersedes Arkansas state law. I was saying the Constitution does. And the Constitution has a Second Amendment. You think I'm wrong by saying the Constitution supersedes Arkansas state law. That is mind-blowing and it does piss
I
me
said
off.
Arkansas Constitution. I did not say Arkansas.
So, okay.
So you can record your video and you can play
Same
that
thing.
back. You just lied when
You
you
could
said
play
Arkansas
that back.
law. You just lied.
I think you said law, but I'll
Okay,
just
play
agree
that
to
back.
I'll agree to
You take the
disagree.
time and review
Listen,
your-
I'll agree to disagree. You said Constitution, fine. That's still wrong, brother. Arkansas Constitution does not supersede the Constitution of the United States.
Sheriff
You don't
Coons
know-
claimed that
you
federal
don't know
law does not
shit.
supersede state law, which Mr. McHenry disputed. Although Coons later clarified he meant the Arkansas Constitution, federal law, under the U.S. Constitution's Supremacy Clause, takes precedence over state law when there's a conflict.
Camera, that it does. Because I'd love to have that on camera.
Hit for the camera.
Say Arkansas law.
Got you there.
You're-
Why are you smiling?
You were,
Dude, you're
because
smiling.
that was
Hey,
kind of
you're
funny.
almost laughing.
Because that was kind of funny.
I know,
But you're 5 years old, dude.
I
You're
know,
5 years
I'm
old.
dealing with a 5-year-old. You do realize that I wasn't called on the radio. I overheard the radio and I came down here. But what
All right.
you don't understand.
I'll believe whatever you say, sure.
But wait, I'm just trying to explain this to you. I came down here to.
You're just trying to start an argument, dude.
No, I came
This
down
was stuff
here
from the
to
past that
ensure
you just keep bringing
that
up.
This was a peaceful conversation. Again, this is a city police department. When I heard disturbance at the city police department, I come down here to ensure that this would be a peaceful encounter.
And you ruined it, man. You were going to be the savior. So
I didn't
this was going to be
I didn't come to be
this
the
was going to be a
savior.
perfect video of the sheriff coming down here and straightening things out, but it wasn't. It was a sheriff coming down here and looking dumber than the police officer that called the sheriff down here to begin with.
Yep.
Okay.
And
Yep.
if it wasn't for your Second Amendment comment, you would have nothing good to say this entire time.
But you're trying to serve your country by confronting police departments with a random.
It's a name, dude. Chill
I know,
out.
but it's a random.
Yep, I'm a
it's not
patriot.
scheduled. It's a random, what you call a constitutional audit.
So, that's not all I do, but that is kind of what today is. Yeah, sure. Yep.
Okay. But that's serving your country by trying to surprise a police department or sheriff's office and walk in and go.
So you obviously don't know the purpose of it. My number one purpose.
And you just said when I post this.
My number one
exercising
purpose
his
is
right.
to make change.
Make
And so I'm
y'all on
educating
point.
the police department or the sheriff's office. I'm educating the people in that town as well.
Well, if that was your goal, and
That is my goal.
And interrupted your goal with the police department, I apologize.
That is my goal.
Okay.
Within 5 seconds, you said Arkansas supersedes federal. That is the stupidest thing a sheriff could say.
Okay, you just made a generalized statement.
What did you say then? You say it. You say it how you said it. You say it how you said it.
Arkansas Constitution.
Still wrong. That's still wrong, dude. That's wrong.
And I didn't say supersedes. I said we have to abide by.
Do you want to
city,
go back?
county,
No.
and state.
You said it overrules. You're trying to say you never said it.
I didn't say that. I'm not going
Oh
to say
my
I didn't
God.
say it.
So-
Replay it
Whatever
back.
you have on
So will
video
you
is what
admit, will you do this for me? Will you admit you may be wrong and that you're going to go look into
I
it?
could be wrong.
And you're
and I will research everything.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
I want you to know this, okay? I came into office in 2023. Ameren County never had body cameras. Do you know why I got body cameras? Because I also worked at the police department and had a body camera the whole time I worked here. Body cameras prove the truth.
It saves both sides.
There you go.
Cameras prove
It
the truth,
protects.
right?
I use cameras every day, and it kept us out of lawsuits.
That's
And
so
it protected
cameras
the citizens and the
because
department.
cameras don't lie.
There you go. We're just about done here, I reckon. He has I don't think he tried to go past the authorized.
I wouldn't, nope, never would.
Again, since I took office, I made sure that we have body cameras. We've ordered in-car dash cameras.
That's what's
Our
up. You straightening
equipment,
him out.
we will have those installed. We've done a lot.
All right.
Since I've been in office to ensure the general public safety.
You're winning me back.
Okay.
Can I ask you one thing, and it'll really make a big difference?
Yep.
Can you demand ID just because you want to? Like, for example, right now, could you make me ID?
Only if somebody that I'm asking for their ID has committed a crime or has been suspected of committing a crime.
All right. That's another point, man. Thank you.
Because I don't need to know who you are if I
All
don't
right.
think you committed a crime.
You said more right things than wrong things, so you've won me back. I appreciate it. I appreciate you answering those questions.
There you go.
I'll shake your hand if you will.
What was the first name?
Yours, I'm
I'm Eric.
Oh, I'm Justin.
Justin.
Yeah. Is there anything else you need of me? I won't dismiss you. I am going to do one more little lap in that room right there. I'm obviously not going
And I
to...
will say before I leave, if you want to come to the sheriff's office, we are open 24 hours.
I will be there. Well, I'll see you up there.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, guys. See you guys. Thanks, Eric.
After Mr. McHenry shared the encounter on his YouTube channel, complaints were filed against Lieutenant Solomon, prompting an internal investigation.
Damn.
On April 10th, 2024, Clinton Police Chief Jay Murdoch issued a letter of reprimand, demoting Solomon to patrol officer, reducing his pay, and placing him on probation for 12 months. The letter cited a lack of leadership, policy violations, and misuse of department resources. That same day, Solomon resigned, stating he had accepted a non-law enforcement job. It remains unclear if any action has been taken against Sheriff Coons or if Mr. McHenry will pursue legal action. On October 31st, 2022, Trenton police officers Dinatal and Yeldell stopped Mr. Daniel and Miss Myra after being dispatched to a call involving a custody dispute. The interaction was captured on Officer Dinatal's body camera.
You might catch him on the day he tired of his job.
Wait, you said somebody riding it?
Y'all just got out of this truck, right? We are just sitting in the truck.
I mean,
Yes, right? You was just sitting in the truck? What?
Don't answer the question.
You're not incriminating yourself, you're answering a question.
Which can potentially incriminate myself, so I don't answer questions. We were here for a long time.
No, I'm not worried about if you was here for a long time or not.
Don't.
It's pertaining to the call, but you're not in any trouble.
We're here for a call for service. We're trying to see if my partner's asking you a question.
They mad because you don't answer the question.
If you don't, then you'll be on your way, and we'll be on our way handling our job.
No, it's fine. I understand.
There's no need to get smart with me.
No, I'm not trying to get smart with you. I was just saying, like, I don't want to get in trouble for doing nothing wrong.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm just standing here.
There's no need to get smart with the police officer.
I wasn't trying to get smart with you.
Okay. Keep it that way.
I'm not trying to give you a hard
You need to get smart with the police officer.
you said it was a Dodge Ram truck, Ram colors, you gave me a plate.
You guys get a call for a Dodge Ram?
Yes, we got a call for you too.
Place, so you guys pull up here?
And you have a responsibility to check it out. If you guys are doing nothing wrong, then you guys are doing nothing wrong.
That's fine. I'm just curious.
Do you guys have IDs just so I can see who I'm talking with?
I do, but I don't feel like I have to give it to you.
Well, you do.
I don't.
I'm telling you, you do.
In the state of New Jersey, it's an unID state. I haven't committed a crime.
Officer Dinatal demanded Mr. Daniel's ID, but Mr. Daniel refused, noting New Jersey is not a stop and ID state. While some states allow arrest for refusing to provide ID if there's reasonable suspicion, New Jersey typically doesn't unless there's suspicion of illegal activity. Since the call was about a custody dispute, it's unlikely Mr. Daniel was legally required to identify himself.
I have your name and badge number, by the way? Your badge number.
I need your IDs.
I need you guys' name and badge numbers. I'm interacting. I don't even know who you guys are. I'm interacting with police. You guys need to identify.
Right now.
Clear identifiers. Okay, but I don't.
Cameras are running.
Why are you intimidating me? You came up to me really aggressively.
I'm not intimidating.
Why are you being aggressive like this? I haven't committed a crime. You're trying to ID me. I haven't done anything wrong.
We got a call. My dispatchers are giving your vehicle with you guys being described.
You're trying to jump the gun and do weight. You're not. I'm not trying to cause any problems.
When we got here,
Alright, Teffer, what's the complaint about? Because we're out with these two parties, we're trying to identify them and figure out what's going on.
The truck was identified, not you, not her. I asked whether or not you were sitting in the truck because something could have been wrong with her, something could have been wrong with you. That's why I asked you, right? But then you got smart with me. I wasn't trying to be smart. I wasn't trying to be smart.
We have an obligation, right? When we're talking with people and we get a call. And I'm not saying you two are doing anything wrong. But I'm going to call my dispatcher, as you heard on my radio, and I turned it up so you could hear. Right. Male, female, Dodge Ram truck.
That's it. Did I do something wrong? No.
So I'm asking you to identify yourself.
And I am refusing to identify myself because I have not committed a crime. And in New Jersey, this is a non-ID state. I refuse to identify myself. You asked me, and I refused. I feel like
this is an investigation, and I'm asking you
so investigate and investigate.
And
fine,
you
investigate. I am not going to identify myself.
So now you're obstructing. So
I'm not obstructing. Obstructing.
Officer Dinatail placed Mr. Daniel in handcuffs, accusing him of obstruction for refusing to identify himself. However, under New Jersey law, obstruction requires physical interference, force, or an unlawful act. In previous cases, such as State v. Camillo, courts ruled that simply refusing to provide identification does not constitute obstruction unless accompanied by physical interference or an unlawful act. Based on this precedent, it is unlikely that Mr. Daniel's refusal to provide ID would legally be considered obstruction.
I knew you wanted to throw him in his face. Oh, I thought they was on the ground. Shit.
Relax.
Slammed you, dude.
Back up here. You're going to be arrested.
Back up. I'm asking the supervisor. You're not supposed to relax. This is against my First Amendment. This is against my Fourth Amendment. Why are you putting me in? Why are you? Okay, I'll get in. I'm just sticking in my pockets. He's sticking in my pockets.
What are you doing?
I'm patting you down. It's called search.
I want your badge number.
Okay, it's Officer Dinatail 7.
I'm requesting a supervisor.
Have a seat.
I'm requesting a supervisor. I'm no supervisor. They're intimidating me. My wallet's on the floor.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh my God, don't touch me.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I didn't do anything wrong.
Damn, they put her in the cuffs too. Ugh, that's nasty.
Right. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I'm a cop. Don't touch me. I'm not fighting.
Is this your phone prayer?
I want my supervisor. Baby, what? I know. I want a supervisor.
Both disorderly persons obstructing an investigation, didn't want ID. Told him he was being detained. Didn't want to provide identification. Female started getting rowdy, started grabbing at us, tried to prevent us from searching him. Incidental to arrest. Both are under arrest for disorderly person. So Daniel, I want you to understand something. When the police are conducting an investigation, right? Doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. But you have to identify. Okay?
No, we don't.
It's called search incidental to arrest. So I pat you down, and I have to pat everywhere.
Right, but
I do that
I'm being
across the board.
arrested because I haven't committed
But
a
it's
crime.
not. It's called.
Not identifying myself is not illegal.
You're obstructing the administration
I'm not
of the investigation.
obstructing an investigation because I'm not identifying myself. That's not
You are.
obstructing. I'm just trying to explain to you guys that I don't have to identify myself. I'm letting you guys know. Look, I believe I'm a strong believer. I have identified myself. Yes, of course. I'm being placed under arrest, so lawfully, under the law, I have to identify myself. Being suspicious is not a crime. I don't have to identify myself.
So
It's not obstruction.
So remember how I was saying dispatch? What I said our dispatchers are telling us? A male and a female in a Dodge Ram gray color pickup truck.
That's fine. That's fine. But you haven't observed any crime. I'm just standing.
So we have a right to
investigate.
To investigate.
Correct.
And
That's not ask.
Identify.
Right. You can ask me for identification. I can refuse to identify.
And if the party refuses, the police officer has an obligation to now, if they refuse to give information, we now detain if they.
Officer Dinatail claimed that law enforcement can detain and arrest citizens who refuse to identify themselves during investigations. However, under Supreme Court rulings, an officer must have reasonable suspicion of criminal activity to detain someone and probable cause to arrest them. Merely refusing to provide identification during a consensual encounter does not justify detention or arrest, as clarified in Florida v. Royer, 1983. Based on the body cam footage, a court would likely conclude that Mr. Daniel's detention and arrest were unlawful as there appeared to be no reasonable suspicion of a crime.
Especially if you stay in New Jersey.
I'll get detained for not identifying. We speak to a supervisor at the state.
They can't detain you up there.
You're literally going to
just for suspicion.
Thank you. All right? Yes, thank you. So,
Following their arrest, Mr. Daniel and Miss Myra were charged with obstruction. Long Island Audit reported that the prosecutor offered to drop the charges in exchange for a fine, but they declined in an effort to hold the officers accountable. While it is known that legal action has been taken, the results have not been shared.
You niggas tried to drop all the charges and make them pay a fine. That's crazy.
To level up your collection.
They just want the money. That's crazy, bro. Damn, man. The music playing, that's killing me. Let me see, man.
Today, we will look at 4 different cases.
I don't feel like hearing y'all talk. Just get to the point.
And the police body camera.
Oh, I seen that. I don't want to see this again. Let me see. It was a good one I was trying to look at.
Your other hand. They have to be like this.
Damn. Oh, wait.
One take.
Let me see. Damn.
Hey, adrenaline junkies. Welcome to Mind Rush, where adrenaline meets pure excitement. Get ready to dive into heart-pounding chases, and the most thrilling moments caught on camera. You're in the right place if you're looking for the ultimate rush. Let's get your heart racing.
I heard somebody say stop. I'm in this row. Craziest Dodge
The worst drivers are the ones who think traffic rules don't apply to them, flying down the shoulder while everyone else sits in gridlock. On August 7th, 2000.
Let's see.
Corrupt cops think they can get Palace City Hall when he met the biggest Karen working there you could imagine.
You met one of them Karens.
Hi there. Hey, how you doing?
Turn that
Good, how are
camera
you?
off.
You work here, or are you just a really friendly citizen?
What can I do for you?
Well, if you work here, I'm looking to inspect the Public Records Index.
The Public Records Index. I'm new enough that I don't even know what that is.
No problem, I can help you. In the Public Records Act, Section 70 describes an index. It's just meant to assist people in requesting records.
Okay.
And it's just something that's maintained.
Okay.
Just want to take a peek at it and see what kind of manuals, policies, orders, that kind of stuff the city has.
Let me find out what direction to send you. Can you sit a moment?
Clerk started out with a cheery attitude, but you can bet it didn't last for long.
Well, I'm brand new and I don't know what the steps are. Could you please stand outside?
That's a violation of state law.
I'll have the police officer come down. Go ahead and come out.
Yeah, if they want to come on over here and talk to me.
Okay, go ahead and come out.
I'd rather not. I don't want to make this awkward, but you're violating my liberties if you do that.
You're violating my comfort level.
Oh, shit.
I'm a brand new employee. I'm a woman. You don't know what my background is or what my trauma triggers are. I'm asking you as a polite adult to stand outside for a moment.
Do you work for the city?
I'm asking you to stand outside.
But man, if you're just a citizen,
would you please call the police chief and have him come down?
Yeah, it's probably the best thing to do.
As much as you have rights, she has rights as a citizen as well, so.
Are you just some random guy interjecting yourself?
Does it matter?
Just curious.
I can't have just normal conversation?
Oh, absolutely you can. I'm just asking if you work
It
here.
doesn't matter, but ask the question.
I am just I'm an American taxpayer just like yourself, and I'm entitled to my opinion just like you.
I 100% agree, especially on this amazing day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rather than doing her job, she immediately gets the police chief, as if the auditor did anything wrong.
And if you want to look at public records as it says, then that's fine. But, you know, if somebody doesn't want to get recorded, they can ask you to not get recorded.
Oh, they can ask. 100% agree. RCW 9.73.030, though, makes it really clear that there's only an expectation of privacy when you're not in public.
Right now, if you don't
when you're not what?
When you're not in public. So, like, if you're in your
we
home,
just had that training.
and I was inside your home, and you're like, hey, please stop recording.
Okay, but here's the deal. I'm not a public anything, and I don't want to be recorded.
Sometimes you don't get what you want.
Put that on there. Okay, well, we'll find out about that.
We will.
Just go home, D.
Thank you.
A government employee not knowing the laws that directly affect her is embarrassing enough, but the fact that she doesn't even know what the auditor is asking for is even worse.
She done told him to come,
Can I inspect that records index? I'd still like to inspect it.
A records index?
Yeah, that's what brought me in here today for my whole reason for a visit.
Hi there.
Hey.
What's going on? We have a conversation that was happening, and then this gentleman came in, but Sabrina can tell you more.
Okay.
And he is recording.
Yeah, that's fine. I am too. It's okay.
Oh, good. Okay. I just asked him not to record because I'm brand new. I had no idea what the flow was for the public records request that he was asking, and I hadn't had a chance to really collect myself, and he doesn't know what my traumas and triggers are, but he continues to record, even though I asked him to please just stand outside while I find out what the right path is.
That's exactly what happened.
Okay, but and he can record here, so.
Once again, she veers off topic, focusing solely on herself, but her attitude quickly changes when the police chief adopts an unexpected stance.
And he can record here, so.
And he is.
He's well within his right to do that, and we can't.
Especially as a journalist, man. I mean, what you just did is incredibly rude. You called people with firearms and other weapons because I'm a journalist working on a story.
I don't know you're a journalist. You didn't identify yourself.
I don't need to identify myself. I work for the government. I have a Fourth Amendment. Especially on this hallowed day of elections, you need to rein it in.
Okay.
Please do not be rude to me.
You don't
like
need
that.
to tell me what I need.
I'm telling you right now as a public servant what's going on.
He's been that real.
I appreciate your candor and your professionalism. Thank you. I do.
So is there anything, you understand right here for asking for public record?
Well, close. I'm actually looking to inspect the public records index.
That's your realm, not mine.
The auditor went to make a simple records request, and all the clerk has done till now is just argue, argue, argue.
Were you looking to put in a request for the public records index?
Oh, no, because the records index is something that's supposed to be created and maintained since, well, looks like you guys have been around a long time as a city, so since 1972 when the Public Records Act created 4217-260 subsection 3, which is now 4256-70 subsection 3.
Correct. Are you asking for the record?
I'm looking to inspect it. It's not a record, it's an index. It's a tool meant to aid me in making my records requests.
I guess I'm confused as to what exactly you're looking for.
The index.
Would it be possible if she took down a phone number and gave you a call back with that information?
That might explain why she is so naive about her duties, but being new is still no excuse for how she behaved. The law had actually been changed to make requests like his entirely valid, but the real reason why she isn't cooperating is even more unbelievable.
I got a tip and a lead that you guys don't have an index, which, yikes, that's a massive, I mean, interplanetary size fine from the state if you don't have that. So I really need to see if you have it to inspect now. If you don't, that really finishes my story. But I wouldn't say that
I might just be confused because I'm fairly new at the job.
Yeah,
so
fair enough.
I don't know
Sure.
if it's just a log of all of our records.
So I can help you. So what it is it's a series of things such as final orders, dispositions, policy analyses. Like, for example, if your city council said, we're going to pass an order about XYZ, whatever it is, the index has that. And what it does is it allows me to look at all your manuals, policies, etc., and make sense of it. So, like, you know, since you are the records officer, I'm assuming, right?
After nearly 10 minutes of bickering, the auditor finally explains why he visited, and what he finds out is embarrassingly bad for the whole city administration.
Well, I know you said probably. So how can I know if that is something you have right now? Because I'd like to make the records request, but I'd like to use the index to help me to aid me.
Well, that's where I'm not sure if we've classified it as that, so that's why.
I'll tell you what.
Give me a little bit of time to look into it. I could come back to you because it's kind of sudden.
Yeah, I'm just in town for the day working on this. What I'd like to do is see if I can have you look up the records index section real quick. It's like one sentence. It's really quick. It'll just help narrow down, I think, for you what I'm talking about. So in 4256, section 70.
1 second.
Sure, you bet.
By law, they're required to have an index. And on election day, they're saying they might not even have one? The fact that the auditor has to guide the employee on how to do her job is pitifully sad.
So I want to make sure I'm understanding. I have a log for ordinances and resolutions, and then most everything else is published on our website.
Yeah, I do know that it can be published on the website. It's also supposed to be something that's inspectable.
So our meeting minutes are published on the website, our agenda packets. All of our meetings is published on the website for agendas. We do have some video on there. I can print the logs for ordinances and resolutions. I'm just trying to fully understand exactly what it is.
Sure, give me just a second. I'm just going to pull this up so I can be really specific.
The clerk's excuses can only save her for so long because this auditor has experience with these situations.
Looking for all that.
So all of that should
be on the website.
On the website in our meeting.
That's all they know to say.
We log all of their
everybody that
votes.
look on the website.
Whether it.
Oh no, I get that.
And then our meeting minutes are also approved through the council meeting.
Sure.
So they're logged in with that.
Yeah, and I get what you're saying.
Like historic preservation, planning commissions,
Sure.
DRC, all of that is on our website.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. What I'm getting at is the index, just like in a book, is meant to index all of that so that I can say, here's like the administrative staff manual, for example.
Having to explain what an index is to a clerk shows just how sad the state of this city's record keeping is.
On the website.
I don't believe that in every meeting that the city council, I mean, maybe they're the most thorough city council ever for the entirety of the existence of the city. I could be wrong here, but generally I don't see them have an administrative staff manual every single time. That would be the most awkward thing I've ever seen a city council do.
Right, the last one was approved in 2022.
Yeah.
And that would be in with the council meeting.
Sure, but it's not an index. So taxonomically speaking, the index would refer to all those things, and then I would know, oh, okay, this is what you guys call it. So you may call your administrative staff manual the Lord's Book, or whatever. I have no idea. You guys may have some weird name for it that I've never heard of. Some people call them an administrative staff manual, some call them the fun good time book. I don't know.
Every new detail we learn about this city's bureaucracy is even crazier than the last.
It's administrative policy.
Exactly, yeah. So
real simple.
the index is just supposed to be something that allows me to say, this is exactly what I'm looking for. So then I can, for example, potentially go to the website and say, okay, they call it this. I don't see it. Now I can say, hey, where's your fill in the blank? Because your index says you have it.
And I think our website does break it down that way because you can go to documents and narrow it down to that specific thing.
Sure.
On the website.
I didn't see all of that. That's why I'm coming.
It's insane how she thinks having a website is some get-out-of-jail-free card for the department not doing its job.
The website's updated to a different format, so it is a little bit harder to navigate if you're used to our older format.
Yeah.
Because I even have trouble finding stuff on there too.
And I think
and when it switched, it did revert back to a lot of stuff that we're still fixing, so it might have been something that you were looking for that we haven't fully had them fix.
And you're kind of making my point why the legislature did this. To have an index achieves the whole function of what an index provides as a tool. It's to say, here's what we have, so I don't have to go through. And as captivating and engaging as reading city council meeting minutes often is, and don't get me wrong.
The auditor must be exhausted because what should be a few minutes' work has turned into a Byzantine administrative mess.
Usually the city attorney is the one that's dug into all that.
That's who they hired.
He's in court today. So.
Over the records index?
No.
I'm kidding.
Our speed contract for
Oh, okay. All right, fair enough.
We don't have our own, like, he's sitting in the back somewhere waiting for us to call.
Gotcha. Is your mayor around?
We have a city manager, council.
City manager around, or maybe a council member?
He's not.
Is any council member?
They usually don't hang out at City Hall either.
Okay. This is where everything's happening right now, right? At least for
small town.
Fair enough.
The auditor's experience is showing because he knows exactly what to do at every point.
I think their salary is $100 a month.
Wow. Really? Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I can appreciate the service there. That's a good thing.
So we have a council manager form of government, so the council tells the city manager what to do.
I see. Okay, so you got a, well, I don't want to, you don't have a strong mayor then, it sounds like.
Right.
Okay. I don't want to say a weak mayor, but.
No, it's,
I get what you're saying in terms of how government operation. Yeah, our mayor isn't the one that gives us the day-to-day orders. That comes from the city mayor.
Fair enough. Like Edmonds has the strong mayor, even though the previous mayor didn't do a good job there at all.
It would be too unfair to be harsh to the council members, but the same can't be said for the records department.
Well, what I'd like to do is it possible to just have you maybe text the city manager or city council members? Because really for me, the issue is I don't want to report falsely, but at the same time, it's supposed to be inspectable like right now. And if it's not,
knowledge base. Sorry.
yeah.
Cassie.
Yes.
Just want a request.
One more question?
Yeah, I just wanted to see if you could text the city manager or one of the city council members and just see if they're familiar with it. Because I don't want to report falsely, but it is something that's supposed to be inspectable like right when somebody comes in. Usually it's about, especially for a small town like this, it's probably
a lot of money.
The index is probably front and back 10 pages.
Why they can't have basic documents accessible on the most important day of the year is something I still can't figure out.
Probably should look up to see what other cities have, and we might have it, and I just am not
I
understanding.
got a perfect example for you.
Okay.
If you call up the Washington State Patrol headquarters right now and ask them to email their records index, you'll have it probably about 5 minutes.
Okay.
And then you'll see exactly what it is.
I have a deadline. I don't feel comfortable working right now because I can't concentrate. I'm actually just going to contact Claire and let her know I don't have it done. Unless you gentlemen can go somewhere else and visit.
Well, I'm just waiting for the index.
Do you mind waiting quietly?
Oh, geez. Just talking with the deputy chief.
Rather than simply doing her job as a public servant, this clerk acts as if she is the president herself sitting in front of the auditor.
It's gonna be like that. It's a bit cantankerous, man. Come on.
Thank you. That I can do something to help. It's a concentration thing, but I think I'm just going to zero in.
Oh, she ready to turn Karen mode.
I don't want to talk to you right now. You're clearly comfortable making me uncomfortable, and
Now, what I'm comfortable with is being a citizen of this wonderful nation, exercising my liberties, and not kowtowing to an abusive government employee. See, the deputy chief, fantastic government employee. He just seemed to.
I agree, he is.
Charge was coming. I don't know where it coming from.
Hard to say if that was sardonic or not. But well played.
Even worse than Sabrina's awful attitude is that her cushy job is funded entirely by taxpayer dollars.
I'm going to go check to see how she's coming with those.
Sure. Yes. I do think also, by the way, Sabrina, if you're interested, I think North Korea still has applications open for becoming a citizen. Good place to live. Not a lot of cameras. Have a better day, Sabrina.
I think she's got it for
Awesome. Oh, hey.
or something. I don't know if it's in it.
So I reviewed your RCW again in here, and then
Okay.
reviewed
So you exempted yourself.
our code, and it is in our code that we do not have to maintain.
Surprisingly, she is correct. A recent change to their ordinances meant they didn't have to update. However, their website states that this work falls under city clerk's duties, so what is really going on here?
I still have to put it in the...
No, that's fine. I'm just tossing it out there.
Yeah.
So if I start getting my Klingon language going on here, we'd be in a pickle here. Okay, so what I would please, with sugar on top, like to get are all responsive records. Ooh. You guys didn't use the magic word in here. And it's not please. So in all responsive records regarding the second clause of section 70, subsection 4A. You guys exempted yourselves from a central index. You didn't exempt yourselves from the agency indices.
The city tried to get away with codifying their laziness, but they couldn't even do that properly.
Well, I would like to start with the municipal court and the police department.
Well, they're at least in this building.
Fair enough.
They're at the north end.
Okay. Hello. I have a question for you. So I just sussed out with the city administration that they don't have a central index, but the city did not exempt the individual departments from their own respective public records index.
Okay.
So I would like to inspect the public records index of the municipal court of the city of Chehalis, please.
What should have been a simple inspection is now way more work, all because of the city's incredible laziness.
So I would have to see what that would entail and get back to you.
Well, it basically comes down to you have it available for public inspection or not.
So I would have to check.
Okay.
To see if that's something I have, and it's not something I can do immediately, so I'd have to reach out.
This gotta be a job, bro.
I think it's fair to say that you don't have it.
I didn't say I did or didn't. I said I would need to do some confirming, some checking.
Tell you what, how about this? I just got done talking with the deputy chief, and I got to go upstairs to inspect the police departments. Okay. So that should give a few minutes. You mind?
I can see what I can do in that time.
Sweet. Do you have a business card by me?
I do. Hold on.
Thanks.
It's quite astonishing how hard it is to get a straight answer from anyone in the building, except for one guy.
Thank you very much.
There you go. Yeah,
right.
And I'll see what I can do in that meantime.
Great. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Hello. I am looking to see if I can inspect the police department's public records index, please.
Public records index?
Yep. The deputy chief just got done talking with me downstairs about it, so he's familiar with it. So, thanks. Appreciate it.
I'll save you some time. We don't have one.
Okay. Fair enough. I appreciate that. Do you have a... Oh, there's one. Thank you for being forthright about that.
At least this cop was cooperative the whole time, which can't be said for some of the other clerks.
You got my card.
McKnight. Yeah, I just keeping a note here. Is your chief around?
He might be. Let me see if he's available.
Thanks. Okay, that's fine. I'm confident you're going to pass this along. I'd like to just pass along accommodation for you for just being a good police officer and public servant. So, thank you. Yeah, I figured you would. But yeah, no, I just really appreciate your cordial, polite, professional demeanor and not getting frustrated over anything. So I just need to be able to work on the stories that I'm working on as a journalist. And you absolutely stood up for my liberties as a member of the press, and I thank you for that. So appreciate it.
This small gesture had a significant impact. You can tell by his smile it made the cop's day.
I was supposed to tell me what journalism it's going to be. I just want to see.
Is your email address on there? I never share when I'm out in the field because I'm an investigative journalist, and you know I don't think you're nefarious, but it's just I've had this blowback on me hard when I'm out in the field. When I get back, I will happily email you and let you know where to find it. It'll all be there, so no problem on that.
All right, I appreciate it.
All right, man. You take care. You have a good day.
So I got the update from the city clerk who you just spoke with, and she sent out the notice that the municipality is not obligated to maintain an index.
The confidence with which the clerk is wrong is shocking. How can every clerk in the building be so workaholic?
You are correct. The city does not have a central one, but the exemption actually says it's for a central index, not the individual ones. And in fact, subsection H says the individual agencies will maintain an individual index.
So I'm letting you know the information that's been shared with me.
Okay.
So and that's what I've got for you.
Fair enough. I mean, that's all you can do. So thanks for your time. I just went over to the municipal court, and I was told by Ms. Butcher that you instructed her that they do not have to have, as an agency of the city, an index. Is that accurate?
I provided the RCW for them to review.
Gotcha. There's a huge misunderstanding here. So in all agreement with what the deputy chief just did, he made it clear they do not have an index. It is what it is.
Okay.
I would like to clear this up, though, if you wouldn't mind aiding me over to municipal court. She's under the impression that they don't need, as an agency of the city, to have an index. They do, because we know about H. She's saying because of D, they don't have to, but that's the central index, not the agency one. Would you mind meeting me over there and clarifying?
When called out for her mistake, just as you'd expect, she doubled down. Despite their attitude, this auditor can't be any more helpful to them.
I just want to clarify with the city clerk here. The city definitely does not have to maintain a central index for the city, but the individual agencies per H do. So is that accurate?
The cop told the
truth. That is specifically for public records, and you keep a log of your public records, right? Correct. So yes, she does.
She has an
Cop said,
index.
"Nah, man, we ain't got one."
Request?
Keep it
No,
real,
not the logs, the index. So H says, pursuant to 4256, the city will disclose all public records, including any indices that are maintained by the city, to the extent such records or indices are not exempt. The only thing in D that we had gone over that you had highlighted, D says central index, not agency indices.
Explaining something this simple shouldn't be this hard, yet they've made it that way for themselves entirely of their own fault.
And so when you look at 425670, the local agencies, the departments of a city, for example, like municipal court, water department, police, they have to maintain their own indices because you guys didn't exempt yourselves from that. You only exempted yourselves from the central records index. So the city doesn't have one, that's fine. I'll get the supporting documents for that. But the municipal court is not exempt based on your
Well, if I understand H correctly, we have to disclose them if we have them, but if we don't have them, if we never created them, there's obviously nothing to disclose.
Correct, but
So,
if you don't have it and you were supposed to have it, so if the court was supposed to have it,
but it's not saying we have to have it, it's just saying if we do have it, then we have to.
but RCW 425670 subsection 3 says you have to have it.
Eventually, they concede that there is in fact work to be done, and the auditor is more than happy to help.
I don't believe so, but
Okay.
I can give you the contact information for the city attorney that we work with.
Yeah, would be better for me. If you guys could, I mean, you've got my email address from the public records request. If you just want to talk to the attorney like I was mentioning earlier, just see what's going on. I'll go around and check with each agency just to confirm. If I'd be curious to see what the attorney says. I mean, that is, a pretty important thing to have, and it looks like you guys only exempted yourselves for the citywide one, or the city one, the central one, I should say, not the individual departments, so.
However, these cops weren't nearly as ignorant as this next one, who had to be educated in the law by this citizen.
You're not the feelings police, dude. It's freedom of speech.
Cops are supposed to serve and protect, but what happens when some bad apples abuse their power? That's when brave citizens actually stand up to these tyrants, which is exactly how this first officer was schooled.
If there was something that I could arrest him for, I would, but unfortunately, being out there,
On the 3rd of October 2024, a Cohoes, New York officer was called into an auto repair shop over a customer exercising his free speech rights. Unfortunately for the man, this cop hadn't a single clue about the law.
And it's not like we didn't take his tire off and look at it. He's suggesting that we repaired his car yesterday. And, he came in this morning saying his tire was flat. We curbed the tire. We hit the curb, punctured his tire. So I took the tire off and soaked it down, and it's clearly leaking from the valve stem core. I said, look at this core. It's a $200 tire. It's all of a sudden just being very disrespectful and aggressive. So, I asked Todd to see if he could do something for me. And then he came in here and was, very much so. What was he saying to you guys? Well, he started out being, calm. He's like, I'm not saying anything, but, tire was full yesterday. When I left here, it was flat. So I said, take a look at it and see what we're doing. And
I don't know. He just
then he came in here and what was he saying to this young lady?
Shit out.
CUNT.
Leave the shit out.
Yeah.
You can tell.
6206, go ahead.
He looked down at the floor.
Because I was telling him, I'm like,
Seems like a page hop. What's that? Seems like a page hop.
Yeah.
Did you talk to him yet?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, so the biggest thing is he's obviously just a disgruntled customer, but the biggest thing is he was in here causing a problem. She's a customer, and he's in here calling her names, and, getting mouthy with her.
I do too. It just cringe. Makes me cringe.
It's clear they screwed him over, and now he wants recompense, which is why his activism rant is justified. However, it was not welcome.
A judge to order you to answer questions. Yeah, they're the only one that can make you answer a question, so...
What?
Yeah.
Not really quite how that works.
I mean,
okay, especially when we're conducting an investigation, which we are, because there's an accusation that you were in there, that you're in there yelling and swearing at people and using obscene language in a public setting. Okay, which is called disorderly conduct. It's a public setting. It doesn't matter whether it's public property or not. When you're in a public setting and you're using obscene language and that's upsetting multiple people in there, then it's what's called disorderly conduct, which is a violation of law.
What?
And when we're conducting that investigation, you are obligated to do things like give your name, date of birth, things like that.
For sure.
Identify yourself, okay?
If you're
so
going
on
to
and so
mandate
forth.
that, I'll give you that.
If you want to stand out here, and if you want to stand out here and hold up a sign, you can. The problem is when you cross the line and you go in and you start yelling and swearing at people, that's a problem. That's a violation of law.
I'll tell you this.
Do you have identification on you, sir?
To get my car. No.
Okay. What's your last name?
Or, I'm sorry, to complain about the condition of my car.
Okay. What's your last name, sir? How do you spell that, Mr. McLaughlin?
And you're saying if I don't give it to you, you'll arrest me, right?
It's considered obstruction.
You're going to arrest me if I don't give you
It's considered obstruction if you don't, because we're conducting an investigation.
Okay.
Right. So it's called obstruction
I'm
of.
just verifying.
Yeah.
MCLO.
LO. UGH. LIN. Mr. McLaughlin, what's your first name, sir?
Connor.
CONNER.
By all accounts, everything the man has done would be protected by the First Amendment. But rather than upholding his rights, this dirty cop is trying to get this man in cuffs.
Copy. You were out there working on the back right tire last night.
Yep. You guys arrest anybody after this?
So you knew there was a problem with that back right tire. You were saying that the.
Yeah, I picked it up yesterday.
Yeah, I saw you trying to. You were spraying water on it, trying to look for a leak last night. Did you find a leak while you were doing that?
Just in the stem.
Just in that stem, same way.
I wish I found a leak because I could have plugged it, but it's in the stem.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck.
Detention 9807, are you in the station?
What?
And you think that they did something to it that
I know for? Listen, I don't have like picture evidence that my tire wasn't flat when I dropped it off.
Dispatch to 9802.
Yeah, right.
I personally know that I dropped my car off and my tire pressure light wasn't on. Every fucking week, dude. You pick on somebody that has nothing but time, dude.
Again, the language.
It's free speech.
No, it's not.
Yes,
Just so you know, when you're.
Yes, it is.
Listen,
what I just did is free speech.
Foul language in a public setting, if it disturbs somebody, is not free speech.
What?
Slut on the back of my truck. Okay?
You can say that to me all you want.
I can say that in public.
You can't.
Unless I'm doing it to cause a disturbance. But if it's my general language, I'm allowed to say whatever I want.
If somebody's offended by it, though, it becomes.
You're not the feelings police, dude. It's freedom of speech. Do you really want to enforce something like that? What do you think's going to happen in 20 years? What are you talking about?
I would absolutely enforce something like that. We do it all the time.
Understandable to ridiculous.
While it's evident who's at fault, this officer still manages to pick the wrong side. It must be extremely embarrassing for these officers that this individual is more knowledgeable about the law than they are.
What are you talking about?
You can't. That's not freedom of speech. Just like you can't.
Interacting with
just
third
like
parties.
being. Listen.
Is this interacting with third party?
Just like being in a theater where you can't yell fire. That's not free speech.
Private property. Limited public forum.
It doesn't matter about the property.
Limited public forum. It matters how it's classified.
I'll tell you what. You continue to do it. When you get arrested for it, you can then explain it to the judge and try to give your theory of what you believe is correct.
Is your opinion that this is interacting with third parties? Right? Like me holding this up.
Yeah, sure. You're showing it to other people.
I can put slut on the back of my pickup truck window, which would also be interacting with third parties, and there's nothing you can do.
The man might make full use of his vocabulary, but time and again the courts have shown that cursing in public is a First Amendment protected right.
The problem is when you cross the line is when you go in and you start calling people names inside using obscene language.
Car on a public roadway.
I'm not going to argue with you. You enjoy here, but if you continue to use obscene language that bothers other people, you are going to be arrested for it, okay? I'm just letting you know.
Okay.
You can doubt it all you want.
But it'll go the way you want.
Okay.
You can move your car.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I can swing it around.
Yeah, sorry, man. I had to keep breaking the deal.
Yeah, no worries. No. Are you moving now?
Like every other dirty cop in existence, this officer cares more about making an arrest for his record than actually upholding the law.
Who he swore to you, but he didn't make any threats to you, did he? Did he make any threats to you anyway?
He just called me a mention Tuesday and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's not against the law.
Right, yeah, and that's why I wanted to make sure.
She even told
If
him
there
that's
was
not
something that
against
I
the
could
law.
arrest him for, I would, but unfortunately, being out there, obscene language here, not in our presence. We have to observe it in order for it to be a violation of the law. And we didn't, unfortunately, but that's why I wanted to make sure if he made a threat, then that's something I can take a complaint on and arrest him for. But,
Oh, no, I would have just not.
yeah.
And he admits it clear as day. This power-tripping cop would arrest an innocent man if he made a simple mistake, for no other reason than because he could.
No, not allowed.
That's crazy. She even said nah.
Oh, good Lord, it's just
I just think that, like,
the lack of,
my son cop, you know what I mean?
yeah,
I wish I was still a school bus driver.
he's got it worse than we do.
Yeah. So I got a lot of those people, but.
Muting for conference.
He is so, he goes, I want one, I'm gonna go looking for one. I got lucky twice. Mom, who looks like Dander and Dad, and he's gonna look like Dad.
So, if we're,
I really did. You said it's a valve stem. What you guys did, you just spark plug.
Yeah, so we curved it.
You know.
If there's
put
a $2 voucher in it, I will. If while we're here, anybody gets offended by his obscene language, let us know, then we've got cause to take him for disorderly conduct. Yeah, I'd rather not see him arrested, but it's very unreasonable. I'd rather not arrest him. I'd rather him just go on his way.
Fraternizing with people that wronged the man is a curious thing to do, but he switches his statement, realizing that there is just no winning now. What a selfish officer.
That car had no damage before.
That's crazy. This dude running around trying to find anything for somebody to say, yep, you're going to jail for this. You're going to jail for that.
I don't know. Does
Tell her I'm gonna be here every week. We hear you, pal. Everybody knows you have no job.
I told you already once about the language. I'm not going to tell you again, okay? Yeah, okay. Okay, there we go. That's enough. They're offended by it. Yep. Go ahead and put your hands behind your back, sir. Okay? You're going to be arrested at this point for disorderly conduct because C language, okay? Yep. That's in my pocket. I explained it to you, and
He's going to jail for using foul language. It's crazy.
Tomorrow, don't worry.
As long as you're not using obscene language.
Just advising of a call. I have a pending. It's going to be a phone call. The complainant.
I wasn't rude till your boss called me irritating and walked away from the conversation.
I'm calling it irritating and doing what you're doing are two totally different things.
Well, yeah,
if this is the way you want to spend your life.
Freedom
her
of
kids
speech.
go to every day.
Let's do some work. Yeah. Just we'll bust out the paperwork and get it done.
I wonder what he charged him with, because he said for foul
6207
language.
County.
I ain't ever heard no cop say that. Well, I heard him. But just to take him to jail for that?
Can you show one male in custody, please, the mail that I ran, and I'll be transporting from this location to the station for processing.
This cop arrested an innocent man after provoking him, and he doesn't feel bad about it at all. If this isn't proof of excessive policing, I don't know what is.
All the YouTube videos, and you don't know the difference between free speech and disorderly conduct?
Like I said, you will get the opportunity to explain that in court, sir.
You're not telling me anything I don't know. I literally just said I can't wait to see you in court.
Okay.
Your body cam's on, right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you for actually answering it this time.
I didn't hear you ask me before if you did.
I apologize.
But it was on. Yeah, it was on from the moment I pulled up before I got out of my car.
You didn't mute it or anything when you were talking to them?
No, not when I was talking to anybody else on scene there besides my supervisor.
Me being disorderly and directly going against that.
That's not being disrespectful to me. That's just violating the law.
Disrespectful to you as well.
Well, I think you've been disrespectful just the way you've been talking.
Well, that's the way I talk, sir. It's my freedom of speech thing.
Indeed it is. You have that right.
What's that?
First person.
Yeah, saying my language?
Or saying it out loud, you're not supposed to.
Yeah.
For sure. Not buddy. Got this face a little here for me?
Even with the threat of being thrown in jail, he keeps his spirits high, and taking that energy to the courtroom might be his best bet, because this cop's charges against him aren't going to stick at all. No one breaks the law more expertly than those sworn to uphold it, and this next case made that clear.
Back up.
Back up.
Okay.
Back up.
On March 21, 2024, this auditor was filming peacefully when he ran into two police officers. What happened next was nothing short of awful.
I think he's taking a picture of me. Let's see who he is.
Where's my personal car? I'll video camera me, okay, guy?
You were taking a photo of me.
So you're taking a photo of my car, guy?
No, I wasn't taking a photo of your car.
Sure, go.
You got something to say? Jerk off, huh? Look at them blue line flags.
The officer acted unprofessionally, taking pictures of someone simply recording his car. But his antics just escalate from here on.
Now you just became the object of my, Hey, back up, man. You're being recorded. Back up.
Okay.
Back up.
Okay.
Back up. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Back up. You're being recorded here and here. You're being recorded.
It's okay.
Who are you?
Don't worry
Why are you coming up on me?
Who are you?
Listen, you can make a big mistake coming up on somebody like that.
Why are you recording my car?
You can make a big
That's my
mistake.
personal car.
You can make a big
That's my
mistake
personal
coming
car,
up somebody
guy.
like
That's
that.
my personal car.
Yeah, look at you.
Okay?
Where's your
Look at
mask? Where's your mask?
Don't worry about me. I'm in public
Don't
place.
make, yeah,
I'm
you're
in public
place.
place.
Right? Me too. I know. Don't push me.
Do you?
You're a
Yes,
That's what you are. You're a
If it hadn't been for the recording, this officer would have abused his power and charged at this citizen in attempts to intimidate and overpower him.
Roll up on me like that. Yeah, exactly.
When I grow up,
Exactly.
like you.
Yeah. I want to be like you. Yeah, you're
Damn.
Come up on me like that. What's wrong with you? You got a few screws loose or something? What's wrong with you? Who are you? Who are you? You got a few screws loose? Who are you? Who are you?
What's this?
Yeah, you want to blow smoke in my face? What is that going to do? Who are you? Yeah, do it. Yeah, blow smoke. Ooh. Ooh.
Like it, right?
Yeah. What's your name? You work here?
He did that like he did
Yeah,
something.
you're my father. I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, blow your smoke in my face. Go ahead.
Get away from me.
Go ahead.
Get away from me.
Yo, this guy's threatening me. I got it on video and he hit me. He touched me.
All you want, but you know.
Yeah, I know. Blowing smoke in my face. Hey, listen. McGuire? I'm reporting a crime. I don't want to look at this right now. I want to look. I'll take this. But I'm reporting a crime. That's what I'm doing to you now.
What happened?
Harassment.
Blowing smoke in someone's face is considered battery. The corrupt officer
Damn.
behaved like an
I
uncivilized
did not know
tyrant,
that.
displaying nothing but an attitude problem.
Okay.
Take it inside.
Okay.
Thing. If you want to make it any other way,
Damn,
the online
blowing
thing,
smoke in
and
somebody's
basically
face
everything's
is
online now.
bad.
Mhm.
And then we have the placards telling you how to access that.
Okay. All right. Just make it. I just thought it would be cool if you guys had it like in the lobby or something. So that way you guys don't have to be bothered. They could just take it because you
Yeah.
might be intimidated talking to a police officer.
But the way the vestibule, well, there should be no reason to be intimidated unless, you know.
But if you're filing a complaint against another police officer, you can see why that could be.
Maybe on the street a little bit, but not so much in the station office, I would say.
Okay.
On,
Okay.
and then we just gave you the documentation from there.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Thanks so
Lovely
much.
film,
All right. Thanks. You're a police officer?
Yeah, can
Okay.
you stay 6 feet? I don't have
Yeah, I'm walking through here.
Oh, okay.
I'm walking through here.
That
Clown.
nigga, can you stay 6 feet?
If these officers were truly cooperative and understanding, they would have approached their fellow officer and pointed out his mistakes instead of confronting this individual.
Okay, just up real quick, sir.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Just for reference, we don't have a big lot.
Yeah.
People driving through, so be careful you can go over here.
Yeah. No problem. I'm a big boy. I won't get hit by a car.
But I'm just letting you know it's not the biggest lot.
Okay.
Our vehicles are intermixed with police vehicles.
Okay.
So I'd appreciate it if you try not to take our plates, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just
Really
working.
a security thing as far as that's concerned.
That's fine. I don't have a way to look up your plates, and if somebody saw you on the
But
street,
anybody can do a DMV run.
yeah. So I'm not trying to do any of that. That's not my intention. Okay.
If you could just film from a distance or not be too close to the cars.
Okay.
That's fine.
but
You can be over
I have
here.
no bad intentions.
I
I'll let you know
understand
that.
I'm just letting you know from a safety standpoint how
Okay.
that works.
Okay.
I have no problem with you being over in this location.
Yeah.
We have active vehicles and personal vehicles.
You've been real cool to me, but I just want to say is like, you know, I understand that's what you would want me to do, but honestly, I'm not going to do what you want me to do. I want to do what I want to do.
Okay.
And that's it. I understand. I'm letting you know. You're saying it's a safety thing. I'm just going to let you know man to man.
There is no safety concerns here. I promise you that.
It is a safety concern when people have.
It was clearly not the man's fault that the police station was short on space, which the officer used as an excuse to violate a citizen's constitutional rights.
That's not my. I'm telling you, that's not my intention.
In this area,
Okay.
away from the vehicles, all right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't listen to unlawful orders. I'm sorry.
It's unlawful.
It's unlawful. Yeah.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it's an unlawful order. All right. Well, you can ask me anything, but it's an unlawful order to ask me to do something that I don't have to do.
It's a safety issue.
It doesn't. I can do that all I want.
No,
Where's your personal vehicle? Show me your personal. I'll save it right now in front of you. It's not a big deal. I'm not here to hurt anybody.
I understand that, but that information can be used in any way.
I understand that. There has to be somebody above you, right?
Not right here.
Lieutenant.
Not right now.
Well, don't make a mistake, because you have.
No,
this
right
is the
now,
law.
I am the supervisor.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is you have to uphold the First Amendment. This is a First Amendment protected activity. You as an officer. No. You as an officer. Yeah, but you're preventing me from going somewhere in a this is a public lot with access to the public.
Yeah, others are not.
This is a public lot. You don't need. There's no fence.
Public parking is over here.
Yeah, there's no fence or
Personal
anything.
vehicles.
Instead of arguing about right and wrong, these cops should return to their academy to refresh their memory. That way, they wouldn't cross their boundaries with another civilian again.
Give you a hard time, but it's just the law. You know, it's just I want to follow the law here.
Like, there is no listed sign saying it.
Exactly.
Vehicles here.
Or if you had fence or something, like you had a fenced-in area or something like that, I wouldn't do that. That's breaking the law.
I got that. We don't have a big lot to deal with. I'm
I know.
honest with you.
Yeah.
See the size of it? It barely contains our vehicles itself.
Uh-huh.
Not much less the rest of the vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why I'm explaining to you the situation. I would love to have posted sign if we had fencing, but we'd have no way to actually use the lot. I mean, the way I get to our pumps. You know what I mean? This is the,
I don't like this day and age thing, but I mean,
well,
because I could, it goes both ways. That's what I'm saying. But exactly, that's what I'm saying. People don't trust you. You say this day and age, you know, they always say with like terrorism, stuff like that. Yeah, there's a lot of cops getting killed, and there's a lot of cops killing citizens.
on both sides. It is.
This is what you guys need, body cameras. This is what you guys need to promote accountability. Because at the end of the day, if you had those, you get evidence against the bad guy, right? And you get your alibi against you being accused of something wrong, right?
But
that's what I'm saying.
The cameras sometimes need to have a regular discourse about it.
Yeah.
There are pros and cons.
Yeah.
Because a lot of our job allows us to have discretion.
Yeah.
Enforcing certain types of the laws, whether it be details and stuff. Once we have cameras, that
Yeah. Exactly. I've seen a bunch of videos where you guys pull over cops and you're like, damn.
It would be in cops, it's just whether it be anybody.
All right, man. I'm not gonna stay here long. You've been nice to me. I'm not gonna stay here long. I'm not here to film any license plates. That's not what I'm here to do, man. There's nothing. I have no bad intentions towards the police.
That's my only concern.
I understand, and I can appreciate your concern, but I'm not here. I'm telling you, man to man, eye to eye, looking you in your eyes, telling you I have no type of bad intentions here today.
I understand that, but
none of that.
Do I know you at all?
No, you don't. No, you don't know me. No, I don't know you. We don't know each other. I know, but
I know we don't know each other. I don't know each other.
Yeah, so that, I mean, we're doing good. Just as long as you don't try and violate my rights. That's all.
I'm trying to violate your rights.
Okay, so my rights are to walk in my rights are to walk in a publicly accessible area and film whatever I could see from public.
What is considered the public area generally is this area right now.
And when this next cop expressed his racist tendencies, he made the biggest mistake of his entire life.
How can you call me Blackie and Nick earlier, officer?
Corrupt cops get away with their corruption every day, but sometimes they mess with the wrong people, and then it's over for them. In this video, we will discuss 2 cases where corrupt cops mess with the wrong people. On December 13th, 2021, Army veteran and Purple Heart recipient Jay Hopkins was arrested while quietly filming 2 Tijuana police officers. Hopkins was ultimately released from police custody on the same day without being formally charged. Immediately upon his release, Hopkins returned downtown and located and confronted the officers who falsely arrested him earlier and stole $100 from his pocket.
Sport 51, and I'm at 7-Eleven by Unlawful. And these right here are the officers who I dealt with earlier. This is the one who called me a blackie. That's the officer who arrested me right there. I have him identified. and this is the third officer involved. There's another officer over there. I'm not in jail right now. The arrest was false. I need your supervisor, please. I need my $100. That's the officer who has my $100. You have my $100? I need it back.
Watch how the officers start feeling embarrassed. They can't help but turn away from the camera. This is the nature of corrupt officers. Deep down, they know that what they're doing is wrong, but they are too addicted to stop.
You stole $100 from me. You did. Arrestado
It was him.
earlier. Otra vez? Again? We can do it again. Would you like to? This is free speech.
That was him.
We can do it
He
again.
looking nervous.
But I need my $100. Sindicatura. Give me $100. $100. You stole it. Call your supervisor. Okay. Well, you stole $100 from me. How come you called me Blackie earlier? And why are you threatening to arrest me for recording? How come you call me Blackie in this earlier,
He
officer?
went back for the smoke.
I need your supervisor. Thank you. It was a false arrest, right? Thank you. This officer right here called me earlier, and he also called me Blackie.
That nigga said,
This
I'm
officer earlier arrested me falsely. He stole $100 from me.
None of them have the guts to confront the man. Instead, they scatter. Except for one, and what he does when Hopkins pushes him a little is ridiculous.
Corrupto. You go home. I live here. Aquí. You go home. You home. Learn English. Learn English. Learn English.
Absolutely disgusting how these cops get away with things like stealing and a disgusting level of racism. They don't deserve to be roaming the streets, let alone be responsible for protecting people. What we just witnessed was courage embodied. But in this next case, the auditor takes it to the next level.
No, you can't. This is my office. No, it is not your office. This is the people's office. You are a tyrant.
On June 27, 2023, a YouTuber named The Random Patriot posted a video in which he went to the mayor's office in Sherwood to see how they treat the public. And what Mr. Patriot found once he was there brought his blood to a boil.
Hey, I was just checking out the building.
Okay, for
For news purposes.
okay.
So, the door is locked. I was just coming to see what was in there, but looks like you might have a lot of your flyers out here for that reason, I guess.
Yes.
Do you have any public information in here? That would be, like any more flyers or any posters that would be for the public in there?
We've got public.
I saw those, yeah. Okay. Do you mind if I come in and look around for a second?
The HR director's right here if you want to speak to her.
I don't need to speak to her. I just want to look at the office.
Look, you can't record it. It's human resources.
Why wouldn't I be able to record it?
It's human resources.
Yeah, what does that mean?
We have private information in there.
That would be up to you to keep private, not me.
No, it's up to you.
Not me. That's not my job.
I don't argue with you.
Well,
You can't go in there and record.
it's not even something to argue
Is there
about.
anything else that you want to go look at?
I'm
not letting you in there.
All right.
Don't put it on me.
So,
My name is Jill Frost.
just
I'm the HR
so
director.
you know, the onus is on you, not on me at all. If you hold something up and I film it, that's not my fault.
Why do you want to go in there? What do you want to see?
I'm just working on a story on Sherwood, and I just wanted to look around.
Okay, not
And
human resources.
I haven't made it 10 foot, and I'm already getting blocked. So
Come on in. You're not going on human resources.
that's a terrible look.
Okay.
But, all right.
No problem. You can't go in the bathrooms either.
I'm aware of that.
Okay.
Hey, is upstairs open to the public? I saw it was unlocked, but I didn't want to just take off walking.
That's where our IT department is.
Is it open to the public, or? I don't want to get in trouble for going up there. But if I'm allowed to, I definitely would love to. I also would like, where do I go to FOIA the policies on recording in this building? Would that be human resources?
Keep watching.
He doesn't even talk back to him and goes on to call someone. The ladies in the very beginning had a similarly dismissive attitude. These people look like they have forgotten that they are there to serve the public, but the auditor soon sets this right.
might just go check it out, honestly. There's not a sign that says I can't, and if you aren't even sure, then I'm sure it's fine.
She
So
calling
I don't want
the
to give
police.
someone secondhand, yeah, he can.
She's screaming.
Can you come over for just a second? Thank you. Human resources tomorrow, right?
Yeah, they were giving me issues since I walked in the door. So that's what I was afraid of, was them telling me some BS. Because they already proved that they don't know what they're talking about all the way. So I'm a little bit worried they're going to just say I can't. But to not be able to, I need a sign that says I can, or some kind of policy, restricted access sign, something. Hi, two things.
Hi, yes.
I would love to go upstairs and record.
Okay.
I didn't see any restricted access signs on this door.
I don't think that's a problem.
Awesome.
I'll walk you up there.
Thank you. And then another thing, so I need to FOIA the policies on recording in the Human Resources Office.
Okay.
So I want to record my interaction in there, doing that as well.
Okay, so are you doing a FOIA right now?
I would like to officially do it on paper in the Human Resources Office.
Okay, we can't record.
I surely can record my interaction with the public.
If you want to get a
So,
judge or somebody to
you're
tell me
wrong,
that,
though. If you want to try to
I
stop me,
respect your opinion,
can I finish real quick?
but I'm not going to let you in Human
If you
Resources.
want to try to stop me, you need some kind of law or policy to back yourself up. Right now, it's just your word, which is nothing.
Correct. It's everything.
It's nothing.
To the Human Resources Department and my 350 employees that I'm going to protect.
Who are all paid by what? Tax dollars. They're trying to go to the front where everyone else will.
And there are phone calls and everything that go on in there.
So anyone walking
you
in,
can't hear.
are you saying that anyone that walks in there without a camera can hear and see everyone else's personal
No, we
information?
have them wait until we're off the phone.
Exactly. So I wouldn't either. How would I?
So they have to wait.
Do you understand what I'm saying? How would I see their personal information if no one else is? Just because I have a camera doesn't make me some kind of superhero where I can see behind your desk.
Right, you're absolutely right, but.
So your logic makes no sense. Well, then
We have
get it.
paperwork on my desk.
So anyone walking in.
And phone calls going on.
So are you saying if I put my camera down, I can walk in and visually see all that personal information on your desk?
No,
Well, then what does it matter if I have a camera?
I'm just telling you.
What does it matter?
I'm not gonna argue with you. Do you wanna go upstairs?
So,
Where else do you wanna go?
right
I'm not
now,
gonna take you anywhere else.
Unfortunately, you're acting like a tyrant.
Just look at her laughing at the idea of being a tyrant. It's absolutely shameful that the thought doesn't even cross their mind that what they're doing might be wrong.
What do you need? Let me ask you that.
I just asked you for a
What do you need?
FOIA
What
request.
is it up to the citizen
A FOIA
to know
request.
what's going on in the human resources?
It actually is. You are accountable to us, not the other way around.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Is that funny to you?
No, you calling me a tyrant is funny to me.
It is a little bit of a funny word to use, and it might be an extreme word at this point, but technically, by definition, that's what you're doing.
Okay, so what can I do for you right now?
I'd like to go into the human resources and make a
I'm not
FOIA
letting you in
request.
human resources. I'm not gonna argue that point with you.
I need to make a FOIA request, and
You
you're
can do that
gonna.
right here.
I'm
You can
told.
do that verbally, actually. Just leave your information on a piece of paper.
What's your name?
Jill Ross, Director of Human Resources.
Gotcha. It's gonna be a bad look, man.
I'm sorry. Sorry for you.
You could easily have me walk in, treat me like you do everybody else,
And you could be treating us like everybody else treats us.
I only
And that's with
I treat.
respect, but you trying to catch us doing something.
I'm not trying to catch you doing anything.
Sure you are. What are you doing
Okay,
with the camera then?
what's really bad is if you feel like I'm trying to catch you doing something, then you're probably doing something that you can be caught doing.
Absolutely not.
Well, then what are you afraid of?
You getting access to my employees'
By
personnel
standing in
information.
front of your desk.
And yeah.
Like everyone
you're
else
not gonna
does.
Have that. You cannot record
Like
an HR.
everybody else does.
You cannot record an HR.
Sir, can I get your name?
Yeah.
I just saw you walked in.
Hicks.
Captain Scott Hicks. Okay. So can you see the logic? I'm allowed to walk in there without a camera because
You're not allowed to walk into human resources at all.
that's not what she's saying. I'm not allowed to walk in
We have
human
to allow you in.
resources.
You can't, right, you have to be allowed in. Let me ask you this.
Do you understand how bad that sounds?
If you were thinking that the captain would be any better than the rest of them, then you're gravely mistaken, because he is the biggest tyrant of them all.
See, I hate when cops do that. They don't understand the difference between public and private. This is a
Oh, I
public.
do understand.
Well, you're about to make a comparison to you're about to make a comparison to a private business, which is not a good comparison.
Yeah, it is.
No, it is not.
What was my comparison?
It doesn't matter because you're about to compare it to a private business. Listen, I'll listen. Go ahead.
Okay.
Because it's gonna not make sense. Go ahead.
Okay. Can you walk into a doctor's office and view records?
No.
Why not?
Because it's a private business and I can't go in there. Yes, that is why.
Because it's personal
Why did they not let you
information.
see
Because it's a private business. And I can't just walk in a private business.
protected information?
Wrong, sir. Do you?
That's your
Do you know the
No.
HIPAA laws? Do you know the HIPAA laws?
Oh, yes. I was about to bring it up.
Okay.
So,
Do you understand that I do not have to follow HIPAA laws?
I do.
You do.
And I will.
Exactly. So earlier when I was saying the onus is on you to keep stuff private, not me, that's what I'm talking about.
The meaning of HIPAA law, or the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, refers to privacy concerning a person's medical records. To obtain medical records for someone, the patient must sign a HIPAA release form, allowing that individual to view those records.
Do you let everyone else in if they're not having a camera? And she said, absolutely.
If they're an employee, they're to conduct business.
And if they have business,
That's not what she said.
They don't go, I didn't.
I have it on camera. Yes, you did. Stop.
lady back there blocking her face.
No, stop.
I've been doing this long enough. I know what you're trying to do, and that's fine.
No.
It's your constitutional
You
right.
know what, sir? I love when everyone is super nice to me and just shows me around and nothing happens. I prefer that. And it happens quite a bit, honestly.
Okay.
This is not one of those circumstances.
Okay.
I'll show you around everywhere.
Yeah.
Turn her
I wasn't
ear to
I was
listen to everything.
put in the door and I was getting beef with
Because HR
y'all.
happens to be right when you walk in the door, so it's
Okay.
not a matter of you not being able to get
You don't
further.
understand how nice other towns are.
Whatever you're doing in HR, I will go get right now.
All right.
Tell me what you need.
I would like the policies on video recording in the Human Resources office.
It's, actually, there is no policy on that.
Oh,
other
weird.
than-
Oh my
Other than
goodness.
what's on the front
How
door.
strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, the front door doesn't mean anything. You can put any sign. I can put a sign up that says no red hats. I don't
What
mean
else?
it's a law.
What else would
He
you
can't
like?
enforce a sign unless
What
there's a
else
law
would you like to
behind it.
request?
Exactly.
So if I put a sign that says it's a policy of the place where you not have recorded in this office, well then that's a policy.
Not a law.
Exactly. And you have neither. You have neither of
Policy is on my
those.
front door to human resources.
Show it to me.
You just recorded
No,
it.
no, no, no. That's a sign. That's a sign.
That's my
New.
policy.
Okay, what's the...
That is a policy.
No, I didn't. You guys aren't very bad listeners. A policy and a law are two different things, correct? We can all agree on that, right? Both require some kind of number. Like you can't just put a sign up and say, that's policy, right?
No.
It has to be in a book.
Yes, no.
No, you cannot just put a sign up and call it policy. You really think that?
I don't think there's any point in arguing.
Whoa, look at the confidence in that too. He thinks he can put a sign, see if it, so you, no, you
But
can't.
in my office,
No, it is not your office. This is the people's office.
Yeah.
You are a tyrant.
I've already been.
Good Lord, dude, this is wild. I have heard so many bad stories about Sherwood. I've heard nothing bad about Sherwood, nothing bad. I haven't heard one good thing, and I was like, let me go prove them wrong. When I walk in there, I think I'm gonna get showed around. Everyone seems nice around here. Wrong.
where have you not been allowed to go show around? You can go into anywhere that the public can go. I mean,
You guys are telling me this is your office, and you can put any sign up in its policy now? It's a stupid sign you put up. Just like that stupid sign she put up there that doesn't have anything backing it up. You have to have law. You have to have some kind of something backing that sign up. And you obviously don't know what you're talking about, dude. And you're the chief? What'd you say you were?
you heard me.
Thank you. I
You
did.
said you had it on record.
I do. Thank you. Thank God I do. Goodness. That's embarrassing, both of y'all.
Anything else you need?
I'm gonna go upstairs and check out, I guess. I want that policy. I need that policy in writing, please. That way, if I do take this to court, I have it in writing that you gave me the policy.
You have a picture.
That's not gonna work.
That is our policy, and that's all you're
That
gonna
is not
provide
gonna,
it.
because you don't have it.
Okay.
Because you
You
don't
can go
have it.
upstairs, I'm not gonna argue.
Because you don't have it.
Goodbye.
Y'all just made yourself look stupid as hell.
Okay, bye-bye. We don't pass them the comments.
That's not a swear word. And it's free speech as well, so how about that?
The sheer arrogance and stubbornness of these two projects are enough to blind someone. These people are nothing better than cockroaches hiding in their dens and thinking they are the boss. The situation is still far from over.
You're recording? Yes, sir.
That's it.
Oh, I sure am. I already got permission.
Sit back, roll up
The
the
chief.
blunt.
I have it on recording. I don't remember his name. He's literally right below us, and I just walked out of the room.
Okay, let's go down, please.
No, you're not going to physically touch me in any way.
I'm not, and I understand it's First Amendment.
What's your name?
Robert Cameron Snyder.
And what's your
Make sure you spell it
what's your
correctly.
position here? Can you spell it for me? Spell it for me.
Robert Cameron Snyder, standard spelling.
Now that sign does say authorized personnel only, so I don't need to go past that sign.
Thank you.
But it's, just screwed up that y'all said go ahead, and then dude comes down to try to push me down the stairs and not let me up.
I was wrong. I was wrong.
Just for the record,
Yep.
I support you 100%. I just want to do it the right way.
Yes, sir. Well, so far, everyone has kind of shown that they don't know what they're doing here. And so I'm kind of fired up. I'm a little fired up.
Some of us are new.
I understand. Yeah.
So, while, again, I do support you.
Thank you.
110%. We're just going to do it the right way.
Yes, sir.
That information we have to.
I saw that sign once I got up to the top, so I understand. I'm not going to try to go through there. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have a good one.
Thanks, brother. You too.
Bye, Cameron. Thank you.
It feels almost magical to watch one of them behave nicely like they have an ulterior motive or something. But either way, the auditor finally has a positive interaction since stepping foot in the building.
Look into what you can make policy and how to do that, because that's something you might need to learn. Because you can't just throw a sign up, dude. What's weird, so I've already been through this.
So that's the one that said authorized personnel only, I'd be fine?
That's
essentially what that, okay.
No.
Authorized personnel
You can't do that to a public office. You can't say authorized person. That's public office upstairs? Yeah. Oh, then I need to go in there. Let's go, man.
You can't go in there.
So you put authorized personnel in a public office. Yeah. So I figured that was because that wasn't a public office. It's different though.
What would you think would be?
So restricted areas are different. Like restricted, like you can't just say, you can't say human resources is a restricted area. That's wild as heck. Like what are you talking about? Human resources is a restricted area to the public.
Human resources is restricted.
You can't record it.
You're literally contradicting yourself left and right.
Okay. So maybe it's time for you to leave then. If we're too stupid to understand.
I'll freaking sit down.
All right. Now you want to come to my house? Yeah, you can sit here. It's public.
Y'all are wild. You're gonna be famous. Hey, you care if I look around real quick? Thanks, brother. Thank you. It'll take me like 8 seconds.
Just an office.
Cool. Thank you.
That's an empty office. Don't nobody working there.
There really is just nothing in here. Yeah.
Nope, just, this is where our IT department used to be, and then they moved upstairs where all the servers are.
Okay, I got you. So IT upstairs, is the public allowed up there?
No, I would assume not, because that's where all the city servers are that connect to banking information, and they would probably have.
They seem confused.
I would say that any place that the public would want to go would probably be authorized to go after it had been appropriately sanitized, to make sure nothing with PII is out on it or anything like that, or upstairs if there's anything related to security systems and networks, we wouldn't want that there.
Gotcha.
After this blood-boiling incident, Mr. Patriot has a few words to say. Then, he goes to the police department to check out some cop cars. And you would be surprised to find out how that went.
So, he is a high rank.
Oh, shit.
And he thinks you can just throw a sign up on a door.
My boy just be looking
and
for
he gets
beef.
to enforce it. That is wild.
You just walk to the police
That
station.
is exactly what we're talking
the
about
smoke.
with tyrants. They think, oh, I put a sign on my door.
I want the smoke.
That's law now.
Walking up to that motherfucker.
Go in there and you go to jail.
He
This
ain't
is my
parked nowhere
office, he
in that
said.
shit. He knew they had towed his car.
You can't just
so
go in
he
a
parked
doctor's
way
office.
down the street.
What a wild. Yeah, that is a private business.
You might call it a bus.
I can't walk in there at all. If that doctor doesn't want me in the front lobby, I can't go in the front lobby. So.
That boy got little.
He obviously does not know what he's talking about.
He out of breath. He walked far as hell. He's smart. That's
Chief
what I
and a
do.
judge. What's up? Can I check out your car, man? Heck yeah.
You're more than welcome to open the door.
All right, cool.
You probably seen your videos before.
I'm Justin, by the way.
Matt.
Nice to meet you, Matt. Thanks. You think
I can kind of walk you through a little bit.
Yeah, sweet. I would love to, yeah.
So, these are brand new.
Okay.
All the ones that have 22s are all brand new units. They're all 22 models. And then, of course, if you see some that are older models,
yeah,
they're 17s, 18s, 19s.
Okay.
All of our current units have laptops, which we're able to do all of our report writing, all of our Wi-Fi.
I got a question on that topic, actually.
Yeah.
Are they able to run with the cars off just fine? Or do they reset or something for 30 minutes with the cars off?
Yeah.
Do you guys have any type of policy about leaving cars on?
Yeah, we can't have cars on.
Okay, just curious.
Yeah, because one, gas,
Right.
gas prices, which I don't want to burn gases, but
that adds up. Yeah.
But yeah, man, every car has a rifle rack, of course, a cage.
Can I open this back door?
Yeah.
Oh, this is bigger than they look on cops.
Oh, yeah.
It's new in here too. You can still smell the new.
Feels small too.
All of these are 22 models.
Oh, you get the turbos in any of them?
I have no clue.
No.
I have no clue.
I know. I think it's usually the like the highway cops and stuff will have the turbos, and a lot of the other towns won't. But I always ask.
Yeah, we're not on the highway, so.
Before wrapping his day up, the auditor decided to make a final check of the tyrant from earlier.
There she is. There she is right there. What a... Oh, that makes me laugh, dude. I'm sorry. Goodness. I hope she looks. Please look. Please look.
Yes. Crazy.
This whole incident is proof that none of us are safe from the oppressive effect of power. And if left unchecked, the tyrants keep growing. But thanks to people like the Random Patriot, the cops at least have the fear of messing with the wrong people. What are your thoughts on this situation? Was the lady justified in preventing him from entering?
That boy crazy. I'm trying to tell you.
You can't do anything to me.
That's him.
TikTok.
I don't know, it'd be a bunch of them, so I don't know, it might be the same person.
You can't do anything to me. So you agree with this? You agree with this?
They're requesting to be trespassed.
I'm illegally detained right now. You know that, right?
That was good. I can lean on the vehicle.
I'm telling you, you cannot.
You don't have the authority.
Huh?
You don't have the authority.
So you're gonna block me?
Threaten me with arrest.
Sir, you're gonna block me from possibly leaving the area?
Absolutely not.
Well, I didn't ask to speak to you.
We've been inspecting. We've been inspecting.
You've been inspected?
We've been expecting you.
Expecting me?
Yeah, now turn your camera off.
Is it illegal?
Damn.
To be videotaped out in front of a bank?
Yeah, is it illegal?
I don't understand what your point is.
Is it illegal? I'm asking
what your point is.
You should know the law.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You have to witness a
Ask
traffic
you what the
violation
point is, but you
or
stop
suspect
me.
us of a crime.
That shit's crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, would you like to hear the traffic violation?
Yes, actually.
We often believe that the police and law enforcement agencies are the ones protecting citizens' rights, but are all their actions always just and legal? Recent incidents reveal a painful reality. Citizens' rights are being violated, abused, and even threatened in situations where no laws were broken, from filming at public institutions to illegal traffic.
Alright, bro.
As long as I don't interfere with you guys.
Visit us here for more information.
She better not try touching me, I'll tell you that.
We're not gonna touch you, but the police will.
How much you want to bet?
Ooh.
Excuse me. Staffed animals.
Talk
And you,
shit.
I'm not bothering anybody.
well, you need to move it out. Or delete the phone.
Delete the phone.
You're not a cop, don't talk to me. Alright, good.
Nigga, delete
Good.
the phone.
You guys will be informed.
Shit.
Look at her sticking the middle finger up. You guys saw that?
That boy better delete that phone.
Yeah. I'm the white. I'm the why you guys are gonna learn our rights. You're gonna learn about our rights. What rights? What are you talking about? Oh. Okay.
I do not care if I'm on camera. You're not doing it the right way.
Specifically, what?
In your heart, start acting.
What's the
putting them down.
What's the right thing? Tell me.
This ain't the right way.
It is. I'm actually.
What are you doing with the fucking camera? What are you doing with the phone?
I'm doing a video. No, I'm not doing anything.
You need to exit.
No, I
Exit
don't. No, I
right now.
don't. No, I don't.
Right now, because you're not in here for service.
It doesn't matter. I have the right. I have the right to be here.
Go out the door.
Ma'am, respectfully, I have the right to
I
be
don't
here.
care about respectfully. You need to get out the door.
I don't.
Everybody don't want you filming them, so you need to get out.
Everybody here is cool, except that one person.
Everybody
What do you
don't want you filming them.
That's right.
You kidding me?
Well, they don't have that
Do it.
privilege. I haven't filmed any of these people, not once. Okay.
Everybody don't want you filming
Oh,
them.
well, sorry. I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm not doing anything illegal. You're sorry about what? They don't even like you.
Well, you need to exit.
I don't need to do anything you tell me.
Yes, you do.
I don't. I'm not interfering with y'all.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Because you're filming and you're...
That's all I'm doing, filming. Yes, that's not a crime.
Yes, it is.
No,
You need to get...
what crime is it?
You came into the DCF office for service and you ain't got no service. You don't go up there and stand in line.
You don't know me.
All you doing is filming everybody in this office.
And I have that right.
Well, your right was to come in here and ask for service. You're not doing that.
I have the right to document here.
Just exit out the door.
I would like to nicely refuse. I would like to nicely refuse. You have the, that's fine. You have the right to do that. Good, because we have thousands watching. Well, you should.
Why should I care?
They're going to see your terrible attitude. I'm not speaking with you.
Exactly, because you know you're wrong. Nobody in here is on your...
Why do you think they call the police and they're not even here?
You're taking up their time. You're not helping nothing. Back is like a little baby.
You know what a Karen is?
You're being a Karen. You're recording them.
You're a Karen.
Why? Because I'm taking up to them and everybody in this office.
No, because you're
Why,
mad.
You're taking up everybody's time.
I'm not mad. You're mad.
I said I'm recording you. I said record me.
Okay, good.
How am I mad?
Good.
I said record me.
Okay.
Am I mad?
So you said I'm wrong. So she said I'm wrong. So I'm wrong for video recording, but you video recorded me. Okay. Okay.
Because you're recording them and you're making fun of her sign, stating that you're entitled.
Yes, I'm making fun of her sign. I'm making fun of her, and that's not illegal. That's fine. I'm not filming any of y'all. I'm zooming into her.
You have the right to record.
Okay, so shut your mouth. Okay, shut your mouth
This
then.
is a public building. There's
Okay.
cameras being recorded.
Okay.
As a matter of fact.
Good.
Literally, they didn't even tell you you couldn't record.
You're being disorderly. Because you're being too loud here.
I didn't hear them say anything.
Well, she says I'm not supposed to film, but she's filming me. Okay.
Did I say for my safety? Yes, sir.
Oh, your safety.
Yes, sir.
I just have a camera. What the hell? I'm not here to hurt you. You're stupid.
See? You're putting down somebody. Use your words. If you have kindness in your heart,
act like
you
you
wouldn't be
just
calling people
kill you
stupid.
or something.
You wouldn't be making fun of their signs.
Shut up, stupid.
See? Right there. Oh, you're going to post that part too.
I will.
Okay, because you won't.
I will.
You only post the little parts.
You don't even know me. You don't even know me.
Did I say that?
So why would you know? Oh, people like you. Are you being racist? Look how they work. She's drinking her coffee. She's filming me at our expense. At our expense. Okay. She works for the state.
She gets up every morning.
She works for the state.
Yeah, and she gets up every morning and she goes to work.
Shut up, Karen.
No, that's right.
Oh, police officer, good. Can I speak with you, sir? Could you please inform these people that as long as I don't interfere with them, I have the right to film there? They're stopping the service. They're interfering with my job at this point. So please, Deputy, what's your name? Grand? Yep. Deputy Grand, with all due respect, you took enough.
What job are they in?
I'm working on a video that's going to be published, and they are stopping the business here.
The police and staff at the scene attempted to stop the filming, ordering him to leave without providing clear legal grounds. If he wasn't disturbing or obstructing the agency's operations, forcing him to stop filming could constitute a violation of his constitutional rights under the First Amendment. I wonder, do the police here truly not know the law, not understand it, or are they fully aware they are overstepping their authority?
To interfere with my job while I'm not interfering with them. Okay. So I'm respectfully not filming people or children or anything. I'm working on a video about them. So they need to respect the law and the First Amendment, pretty much. As long as I'm...
Hold on. Don't video inside the bathrooms, because that would be considered
correct,
video voyeurism, and you can have access to the area that the public can have access to in video. However, we're getting allegations now that you're pushing people.
I'm not. I have pushing?
Correct.
Physically?
I have not. So there's videos in this place. Whoever said that, sir, and by the way, I've been filming for over 35 minutes, so that's a lie. Whoever made that call, I did not. I said, I'm the why you're going to learn about our rights, and that's why he's here. Unfortunately, he's here. So you can go ahead and say anything you want, but this video is going to be published, and there's thousands of people that are watching our videos. I would never break the law, and I respect more than anything policies in private places. If this was a private place, and they tell me you can't film, I'll be more than glad to leave, because I don't run a place like that. But you guys respectfully, ma'am. I told you I don't need to. I don't need to. Exactly. That's all. Oh, there you go. Thank you, officer. Yeah. I don't need to. You don't understand what he's saying? Okay, so please, let him speak. Don't interfere with his investigation. That's a crime. Give him a break.
The Lakeland Police Department is on their way. They're going to talk to you more in depth. I'm just making sure we don't have a crime here of you pushing anybody.
But no, I did not. No.
He just threatened
No, I did.
saying that we were gonna see what was gonna happen, and then he said that I was gonna get fired.
Oh, exactly. She's gonna. Yeah, that's not a. She's a liar.
Unfortunately, I think what she's talking about is HIPAA.
Yes, right.
HIPAA. Explain to them what HIPAA is. Well, I can't. Well,
And he's recording.
that means.
I'm asking social, I'm asking
Let her speak.
numbers, I'm asking information about my clients.
HIPAA? There's no way that I can violate HIPAA. You guys can. I'm not medical staff. I'm not medical staff.
Yes, you are.
I'm not medical staff. It's your job to secure information.
For service, you're not.
I have policies that I have to follow when I publish these.
Your home, your style, your savings. Sign up for emails and save 20%.
They think they know what they talking about. They trying
Beyond.com.
to tell that man like he don't know, man. Hurry up.
Get paid to deliver on your time. There are opportunities and
Hurry up, V. Hurry up and get there.
Cash.
Damn, that's a long ass commercial. I know y'all be sick of them too.
These videos, I'm not going to publish anything that violates anyone's privacy. But you see, you guys have to respect me.
What's your angle here?
I'm just trying to bring awareness on our rights, sir. You know, you guys took an oath to that. I don't have anything, any heart.
If you actually have legit business to be here.
I do. These videos are being taxed.
Are you about to go probation or anything like that?
That's the first place I went, and they were more than nice to me, and they said, yes, sir, you have the right to be here and film. So what's the difference about probation and children and family?
That I can answer. When you came to our lobby, we weren't asking.
No, this is our lobby. You're not understanding that.
When you came to the probation lobby,
Mm-hmm.
you were asking questions. They gave you the right to do that. But when you're in there and you're recording them, they're saying HIPAA stuff.
They don't give me the right. I have the right automatically.
There's HIPAA
law
that you're violating with my clients.
You're not.
While I was helping them.
Sir, could you please inform her that there's no way I could violate HIPAA?
Yes,
I'm not medical staff.
You're recording. That's
I'm not-
my client's
I'm not-
personal information.
No one here is a client, okay?
Yes, they are.
People are receiving paid services.
Sir, can I explain something to you?
Sure.
You're flirting between the fine line of disrespect.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, no. Hold it right there. I'm defending my rights. Disorderly, I know exactly that this Florida statute. What's the Florida statute for disorderly conduct?
You know you're flirting with it.
No, I'm not. I'm being.
People feel uneasy.
Well,
causing great emotional.
their feelings have nothing to do with
flirting.
me. You see, they're giving me emotional distress when they're violating my First Amendment right. So let's make sure that we retract that.
They ask you nicely not to.
And those were my specific words, Sheriff. I said I would like to nicely refuse. Those were my specific words. So you're more than glad to stick around, but they need to understand that you took an oath to protect my right
I'm
to
making
film.
sure there's not a crime being committed.
There's not a crime, and they're lying. That Puerto Rican girl is lying about me making threats. So I'm gonna make sure that we have over 100 million views on the internet. I would never go and break the law. 100 million people.
I'm 10-12. And
The police is here. I'm gonna go talk to them. Let's go. What's up, brother? I'm just working on a video at the Children's and Family place. The sheriff, I just spoke to the sheriff. He says just making sure that a crime wasn't being committed. I'm not being disorderly. I'm not breaking the law. All right, watch out. You all right? They think I'm violating HIPAA, but you know I'm not medical staff. How you doing, Sergeant? Can I have your name? Yeah, I'm doing a video. Am I being detained? For what crime?
Trespassing at this point.
Well,
Your ID?
hold on, ma'am. Let me explain to you something. I'm part of the first. I don't have my ID on me. You guys.
What's your name? They want you trespassing.
Hold on. Let me speak for a second, sir.
What is your name? They want you trespassing.
The sheriff said that it was okay to film. So he said as long as I'm not breaking the law, they can't trespass me from a public place, ma'am.
Chief Taylor.
Yeah, you guys have no right to ask for ID in a public building. I'm not breaking the law.
When the police arrived, Grant and Taylor took over the situation. They demanded the citizen present his ID and leave the building, but he refused, asserting that he had not broken any law and that any arrest or coercion would violate the Fourth Amendment. The heated argument continued, with the police warning him about his disruptive behavior, while he kept defending his legal right to film. The situation ended in outrage when the citizen was forced to leave and condemned the police for violating his constitutional rights.
You can't do anything to me. So you agree with this? You agree with this?
They're requesting you to be trespassed.
I'm illegally detained right now. You know that, right? This is an illegal detainment. You guys are breaking the law. Yeah, you are. Why is your hand on your firearm, though? Oh, imagine. Yes, please. Yes, please. You guys are breaking the law. You're trespassing. I have the right to speak.
His hand off his firearm.
I have the right to speak. You see? No, stop talking. She said. I have no right to speak. I have no right to speak. And the same right that gives me my right to speak gives me the right of freedom of the press. As long as I'm not breaking the law, you guys can't interfere with me. I'm a photographer, and by the way, there's thousands of people watching our videos. I'm not rude. I'm not breaking the law. So this is an illegal detention, what you guys are doing right now. This is an illegal detainment, what you guys are doing right now. And I'm going to put the biggest complaint on you. Okay? What's your name?
You didn't have to give me your name. Why do I have to give you my name?
Because you work for the state. You work for us.
Philip H. Coquet.
All right. Thank you. Illegally detained over here in Lakeland, Polk County, where people have no rights. You see, your sheriff, Grady Judd, says, what does he say when people break into people's houses in Polk County? What does he encourage the people to do?
Dog?
I'm asking you a question. What does the...
I was with him the other day. He didn't tell me.
Well, he says it all the time on TV. So that's because we have the Second Amendment, right? The same right that gives you the Second Amendment, the First Amendment gives me the right to carry my camera in a public building as long as I'm not interfering with their service. They have no authority to tell me to leave. They can't. This is not Walmart. You see, you don't even know the difference between public property and private property. I'm not. You didn't even. He could be lying, dude. I have all on video. Does he have a video? Does he have that on video? No, I do. Exactly. That's fine. You guys can illegally detain me. Okay, no problem. I'm gonna sue you guys. Yeah. Are you a good cop? Could you save me? I'm being illegally detained. Oh, he's laughing at that.
No,
I'm not a Second Amendment auditor.
The sergeant was a woman. That's what it was.
If you know exactly what I'm doing, how are you guys trespassing me from a public place? You guys should know better than that.
No offense to
No,
the ladies out
listen, you
there.
have to investigate, bro. You don't just show up.
It was just that type of woman.
You don't just...
I knew it was a rap.
No, it's not. No, it's not. What law? What Florida statute says that I can't film in public place? Tell me. No, they can ask, but I can nicely refuse. You see, that's why we trespass. You're crazy, bro. Go ahead and trespass me, but illegally. You're trespassing me illegally. I'm gonna sue you guys. You know this? It's not good, bro. It's gonna cost your city. And then I'm gonna donate all the money. That's what's gonna happen. As your superior, I've been illegally detained, sir. Could you please help me out? For what crime? For what crime? I've done nothing wrong. I'm gonna sue you guys. You know that? How do you feel about that? That's terrible. Oh, I'm in a public sidewalk now. Oh, am I supposed to leave the sidewalk too? That property belongs to us. I'm not going to because you guys are criminals who just illegally detained me for no reason. I haven't broken the law at all. At all. I haven't been disorderly. I know the Florida statute. I haven't been disorderly at all. Enjoy your walk of shame. Enjoy your walk of shame. Yep. Enjoy your walk of shame.
Her booty look like it is.
She probably gets gangbanged by all these guys.
Oh,
damn.
shit.
Illegal. Bad cops. Bad cops. Bad cops.
You trespassing for public.
I'm not giving you nothing. I'm not giving you my ID. You crazy?
This is why it's essential for us to understand our rights. When you know the law, you won't be easily intimidated or overpowered by such abuses of power. Not doing anything wrong, but still getting arrested just for not complying with unlawful demands. It sounds absurd, but that's exactly what happened in this situation.
That was good. I can lean on the vehicle.
I'm telling you, you cannot.
You don't have the authority.
Huh?
You don't have the authority.
So you're going to block me?
Threaten me with arrest.
Sir, you're going to block me from possibly leaving the area?
Absolutely not.
At the end of 2022 in Alexandria, Virginia, a citizen noticed 4 police cars gathering in a residential area and decided to approach to find out more. When he asked for information, a female officer bluntly responded, "Don't worry about this." An unprofessional and unacceptable reply. Tensions escalated as the citizen continued filming, asserting his legal right under the First Amendment. The police told him to keep his distance, and when he lightly leaned against a patrol car, an officer immediately declared an arrest and seized his phone, an action that may have violated the Fourth Amendment.
Car 1514. Car 1448. What's going on? We got a huddle going? Don't worry about it? All right, I'm going to need your name and badge number. Which side would you like me to approach? In the middle here or on this side? Thank you for having an American flag on your uniform. I appreciate
You're very
that.
welcome, sir. So what can I do you
What's
for?
your name and badge number?
I'm Officer Virginia with the Alexandria Police Department.
Okay, what's your badge number?
2612.
Okay, great. And what don't I need to worry about?
This is police business right now. You don't need to worry about what's going on. It doesn't involve you.
Okay, well, I'm seeing 4 cars in my neighborhood.
Okay.
You think it's professional to say don't worry about it, or you
Yes,
think
sir.
it's professional to say we have an incident, or we're just catching up on reports? It wasn't very professional to say don't worry about it. It was very dismissive.
Because it's a police,
Hi, can I get your name and badge number?
Sure, Sergeant Cunningham, badge number 2257.
Are you her supervisor?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I'm done with you. So I approached her. I just said, hey, what's going on? I'm filming. She says, don't worry about it. And I asked her for her name and badge number. Then there's this whole, all on camera, super slow, moving, take my time. It's all a show of disrespect. Is it respectful when a citizen in their neighborhood is concerned about 4 police cars asking, and she says, don't worry about it? Is that professional behavior?
Well, what is the initial concern?
I live in this neighborhood. I see 4 police vehicles huddled over here.
Okay.
I come over. I'm wondering if is there a public safety concern? Has there been a theft? Has there been any crime? And so I ask her, and she says, don't worry about it. Police business, don't worry about it. Is that what you said?
yeah, because you didn't need to worry about it because you weren't involved.
Yeah. Did you do it with attitude? Remember, you're on camera. Did you do it with attitude?
It depends on if you believe I have attitude.
I'm asking you. Did you do it with attitude? No, you don't need to protect her. I'm asking you a question.
Are you done with me or not, sir?
I'm not done with you. Did you give it with attitude? You're on camera. So you're protecting her? She mistreated a citizen, and now you're running interference.
I'm also not going to have you belittle her.